episode 3 of our podcast, where a bunch of idiots talk about a bunch of idiot things.
What about a guest, Tyler?
Well, I would say we're gonna do our intro. So joining us as our regular shit brigade is Jordan, Caleb. You guys want to wait when I say or do something so you can identify yourself?
I waved.
Yeah. Shaman. Connor, you can't see because he still refuses to show himself.
I mean,
And special guest, Maddie.
Who is Caleb's girlfriend?
Yes.
Okay.
From down under.
Yeah. I guess just to play off that a little bit, Maddie, do you want to talk about yourself a little bit, maybe? Like, just tell us where you're from. Not like anything like super. You don't need to like give us your life story.
Give us your deepest, darkest secret.
You can just tell us where you're from, and like, obviously Caleb kind of gave that away already, but.
A primer. I'm from Perth, Western Australia. It's the boringest place you'll go.
The boringest place you'll go.
You'll
fit right
in. I can kind of attest to that.
What part of Australia do you live in?
Perth.
You say Perth?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Is that so? What like side kind of? I'm not very
West.
west. Okay.
West. It's the very western tip.
Okay. Yeah, I think.
It's the right side.
Okay. So, anyway, I guess going back to last podcast, there was one question that we didn't get to that kind of played with our last my other question I asked, and I wanted to because we talked about the most disappointing games of 2017.
Oh right.
And I was gonna ask your most disappointing game of all time, and we didn't really get to it. We kind of ran out of time, so I guess we're just gonna hit on that quick.
Fuck, I gotta pick one.
Yeah, one.
Most disappointing game of all time.
Yep.
Can we like define a little bit better what we mean as like disappointing?
Like games that were hyped and didn't live up to it, or games that we didn't like as individuals.
Right.
Either. Like.
Okay.
Like to you, what was the most disappointing?
Okay, so to me, what was the
of
most
all
disappointing
time?
game?
Yeah.
Man, that's a tough one.
And I don't know how much you play games, Maddie, so this might not really pertain to you.
I don't know if there's like.
I'm not a gamer.
Yeah. I thought Caleb said that, but so.
Yeah.
I'm probably the worst gamer anyone will meet.
I mean, nothing wrong with that. But so I'll try to get some.
I play Spyro. Does that count?
You play what?
Spyro, the little dragon.
Oh, Spyro. I'll try to throw in some non like game related questions so you can have a little bit more.
Does anybody know their most disappointing game of all time, or are we all thinking?
I'm trying to think, and I don't know if I can come up with one. I don't think
Fable 3.
I feel like for Chaman it would be like Skyrim or Diablo 3.
Oh. You know what? It would actually be Diablo 3.
I think that's gone a lot
it
better
would be
now,
Diablo
though.
3 for me.
But
Yeah, well, sure, but when I played the game, which is when it first came out, like I pre-ordered that
same.
game, and it was nothing. It was just a shitstorm of a game. Like there was.
I need to look at my games really fast.
I never played much of Diablo 3. Wasn't it like they just took all of the good stuff from Diablo 2 and they're just like, let's get rid of it all?
Yeah, pretty much. So like when Diablo 3 came out, like, you had 2 abilities. That's it. Like each class not each class had 2 abilities. You had multiple abilities you could get, but you could only ever have like 2 equipped at one time. One in your left click, one in your right click, and that was it.
That sounds like
And
a
You
lot of
also
fun.
have like your Q and that was like 4 abilities, 3 or 4.
Nope.
But yeah,
Not when it came out.
no, I don't remember. It's been like 2-3 years.
Yeah, I had because I remember I played a barbarian and I had leap slam and bash.
Yeah, just.
And I played the entire game like that. Also,
Variety.
they killed one of they killed like the best character in a in-game cutscene, and then
Spoiler.
it's like in
We
the
didn't
first
say
10
which
minutes of the
character.
game. That's true, but it also happens within like the first 30 minutes of the game. They introduce a new character that replaces that old character with no indication of it ever coming up. Yeah, I get really salty when I talk about that game.
So yeah, that's, I figured that would be probably your.
Yeah,
Can I pick like a franchise as opposed to a game?
sure.
I'll allow it.
I was just gonna say Call of Duty post Black Ops 3
Yeah.
because
I
they took
play
it,
Black
but
Ops.
much like Diablo, they kind of took everything that was good about it and they're just like, let's get rid of it all because it makes too much sense. Make everything
they-
worse.
Basically, they just stripped it down, and then added in things that didn't matter.
I don't think they stripped it down. If anything, they just made the game more complicated than it needed to be.
See, I stopped playing after Black Ops 1. Like, I never played anything after that. Oh, I guess I played Ghost. I don't really know.
Yeah,
After
I
that.
played up until Advanced. I played Advanced Warfare like through, and I played Infinite Warfare for like a month before I just gave up. And I'm like, no more. Please stop.
I think
I
mine.
didn't.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think that franchise got away from like what made it good, which was it was like a semi-realistic, not like in terms of like how it played out, but in how it felt.
Yeah.
And then they just kind of got rid of that.
Yeah, I think mine would probably be similar to Tyler's, like the Call of Duty franchise post Black Ops 2, though. Anything after Black Ops 2.
Really, you didn't like MW3?
Modern Warfare
MW3 was before.
way-
Oh, was it before? Oh, which one was
It was
after?
before Black
Ghost
what-
was.
what-
I think
oh,
Ghost
Ghost was between them, wasn't it?
I think
Yeah,
Ghost
it
was right
was-
after Black Ops 2, wasn't it?
Yeah, never played Ghost.
Yeah, Ghost was okay.
I didn't
I
like.
probably
Ghost.
really liked it because they gave you a dog. And you could play as the dog, and that was the best thing ever.
Yeah,
The real life of that dog is adorable.
Riley.
Oh. I have an answer.
Okay, then go.
Spore.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one. Yeah, it could have been so good.
It could have been. It is.
It's an
And then
okay
you get to the
game.
space.
It's
Yeah,
an okay game.
Yeah.
It plays more like a demo.
Yes.
Like
True.
Really, it plays like the best demo of all time, but it
Yeah.
plays like a demo.
Yeah.
You move through everything so fast.
Yep. I can do an entire playthrough in probably the span of about 2 hours.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that expansion for that was kind of fun too, though.
This
The
Which
space
one?
expansion.
No.
Galactic Conquest or whatever.
Well, I mean, I liked all of the expansions, but there was that one where like you
There was
used
three.
like a lot of community created content and just played a bunch of like maps and stuff like that, and it was kind of fun.
Oh, that was technically not really an expansion. The expansions for Spore were the Cretan Cute Pack.
Yeah, there you go.
Sorry. Cretan
Creepy
Creepy
and
and
cute.
cute.
Creepy and
Parts
cute.
pack.
Yeah, and then there was another
the
parts
one I have.
pack.
Yep.
And then there was the space pack.
The Galactic Adventures. Yeah.
Yeah, Galactic Event.
But the space part of the game is the worst part.
Oh yeah, hands down.
It's
It's
so
like it plays like a really bad like space sim game
yeah. Yeah.
without it's just
Like I spent probably about good solid 3 hours just creating random creatures, and then that's it.
pretty much.
They
And
had
they're
a
just
really
like, okay, I'm moving on.
Spore had like
Yeah.
a really nice interaction where you could like find your friends' creatures in your games though, which
Mhm.
was really cool.
Yeah.
I think weirdly enough, that game came out too early. Like 5
Yeah.
years too early.
If it came out today, the game would be amazing.
It would have been a complete it would have been everything they promised it would have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
I remember when it first
And it
came
would be
out.
filled with loot boxes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you know when you go to find those parts, like the skeletons on the ground, that's just loot boxes, and you get a roll for what you get.
Or
That'd
to
be
get
so
No.
bad.
or to get like because I mean like it's RNG based already with what you get, right? Like you dig something up.
kind of.
Well, you dig something up and it's just random. Like you can't like that's not going to be there every time. It's going to be a different part of
Yeah,
time.
but it's really easy to get everything because all you have to do is explore. And
Yeah,
if you
it doesn't.
explore, then you get everything.
It takes. Yeah,
but
it's real quick. to
more
do it.
along the lines of like when you're first creating your monster, there's only like 5 cookie cutter parts, and to get more parts, you had to like buy loot crates. That would be
That
nice.
would be.
It's so bad.
All right, so Tyler.
Yep.
He already said his.
I already said mine.
Oh yeah, that's right, Connor.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we all did.
You did not.
You did
say
not.
That
yours.
was the
You-
first one. It said Fable 3.
Yeah, he said Fable.
Okay.
I thought you were joking.
Just never listen.
Because
I
you never
heard you say
you never
And I also
talk
say
about
things.
it.
Went on the Call of Duty train.
I remembered Connor. It's okay.
Well, see,
I
I
just
just
thought you were
I just
joking.
did. Yeah, I thought you were joking. I didn't know if that was a
Also,
serious
that was
answer.
Ashley's answer as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
we
surprised
talked about
Ashley didn't say Mass Effect Andromeda.
Well, that was her 2017 one.
yeah. Of all time,
Wait,
It could be the
is
same.
she in the stream? Or is she
Uh,
watching?
no, I texted her.
All right, so I would ask Maddie, but I don't think you have a most disappointing game of all time.
Not that I know of. I haven't played enough to know.
Angry Birds,
Pokemon.
the second one.
I haven't played that. So
any mobile games.
All right.
I live
So
under a rock.
that kind of gets that out of the way. Anyone have anything else they want to talk about before I just like keep pulling from my list?
Like
I didn't even
game
hear the
specific or
No, anything.
anything?
No.
Oh, I have one, but it's probably going to take a long time to think about.
All right, say it.
Favorite movie of the past few years that hasn't been a reboot, a remake, or a sequel?
Interstellar.
Ooh. So favorite original movie.
Favorite original movie that's come out in the past 5 years, we'll say. Because as of recent, well, actually no, 2 years. Let's make it 2 because last 2 years everything's been a reboot, a remake, or a sequel.
I think
Arrival.
Interstellar was 2014.
Yep.
I hate
So
for
that
me,
within-
it's Arrival.
So 2016 and 2017.
I've only
So
seen
Arrival.
one original movie within that past 2 years, and the same.
Well, there
movie
you go.
that Maddie saw.
That's your pick then.
Yeah,
I
What
mean,
movie is that?
The Big Sick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Marvel movies would technically be because like you could go
Reboots.
what?
Reboots.
How are they reboots?
I would say they're adaptations.
Or adaptate, or yeah, I mean, better
No,
word
they're
for
not
it. But like
reboots.
something that's brand new that's not taken from other source material.
Oh, so then I'm guessing The Martian would work because it's based off of
No,
book.
because it's yeah,
Yeah, it's
something
based
that
off
like
of-
is brand new, like never before seen.
There's not a lot nowadays.
I know, right? That's why I asked it because everything that's come out has been sequels
Hmm.
and reboots and remakes.
Yep.
Well, I
Hmm.
I have two. Like I say Arrival, but it's also a toss up between Arrival and Passenger.
You liked Passengers?
I did. I actually really like that movie.
Yeah, it was good. We talked about that last podcast.
Yeah.
I really liked Inside Out.
That was a
4
good
years
movie,
ago.
too.
I was like, oh yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
That's 3.
That was a good movie.
Was that really 2016?
2015.
Oh, wow!
Oh.
Can't believe that was so long ago.
You guys ever watch the honest trailers for that stuff?
Yes.
I do
not
every once in a
That's
while.
so funny.
They're pretty good. I like them.
By the way, Jordan, you have a Facebook notification. Okay, it's gone. Never mind. It was like on stream for like half. It was like 30 seconds. I was like, you can make that go away. Mine would probably be. I can't say this without getting massive backlash because everybody's like gonna hate on me. But mine's still Baby Driver.
I still have yet to see that.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
Solely from like a cinematography and a directing point of view. It's like a really, really well done. Like, it's like a heist movie, so you're thinking like a bunch of brain dead actors just running around shooting a bunch of guns, but it's actually really well done.
See, but like every movie I like is, it's like,
Every movie you like is a reboot, remake, or a sequel.
yeah.
Well, then there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, like, as of recent, that's all Hollywood's been doing.
And
So I'm
I
just-
wanted to see like
It's because it works right now.
Valerian
Well, it's- yeah, it's
and,
'cause
and the City of a Thousand Planets, which I'm not even sure if that's like after a book or something, but I didn't see it.
That is after a book.
Valerian. Yeah, it is.
Huge
The
and
last movie I saw, I don't think any of you would know what it would be.
what is it?
Paddington. It's like a
Like-
little cartoon
like-
bear.
The Bear, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was
I've never seen it, but I've heard of it. They released a
my
trailer for the
child.
second one, didn't they?
yeah. I think
Yeah,
so.
I saw that last week.
Didn't the Weinstein brothers own that rights to that?
Pretty sure. I don't. Couldn't
And
tell
they
you.
then they had to sell it off because of all the business he was doing.
But then,
Business.
just it's my childhood,
I-
so I had to go see it.
That makes sense.
I guess since I like, because every other movie that I can think of that I liked is like Deadpool, which adaptation,
Yeah.
Logan adaptation,
Adaptation.
Civil
Yeah.
War adaptation, Doctor
Adap-
Strange adaptation.
So
I mean,
you have to take away any superhero movie to begin with. You just can't.
Yeah.
You can't
and
pick.
then like
Yeah.
10
Yeah.
Cloverfield Lane, really good sequel, kind of.
Sequel, yeah.
Yeah.
Does
Isn't
that
that
count
technically a
because it's not?
prequel?
Yes.
No,
It
No.
is a sequel. It is a
It
sequel.
is a sequel.
it's a sequel, not a
It's
prequel.
the same universe, so
Same universe. It's not necessarily a sequel per se.
No, I
But
thought it
it's
was like
not-
before like
but
the
it's not
events.
its first iteration of a new movie.
And then we got like John Wick 2 sequel.
Sequel.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll go with the Accountant, because that's the only movie I can find that I.
Oh,
saw.
that's a
autistic
prequel
Ben
to
Affleck?
Batman.
Yeah, it's the only
It's
movie.
true.
That,
It's what it is.
it's the only movie that
it was
only
I
movie
haven't
that I
seen it.
saw that wasn't a sequel, so or an adaptation.
Yeah.
there
The,
was Moana. If anyone, whoever you saw
Oh yeah, I
that,
love Moana. I
Moana
forgot
was
about
good.
Moana.
I've seen that.
and Zootopia.
Zootopia
Yeah,
was good.
this
God.
any animated movie was really good.
Those are both really good.
Zootopia.
I want to
Top
see
of the line
Coco
movie.
as well.
The
I haven't
only
seen
reason.
Coco.
The only reason I saw Zootopia was because of that clip with the sloths at the DMV.
Yeah,
That was the only reason I saw that movie.
Greatest scene ever.
that was really
And then-
funny.
because Jordan
and then I
was-
realized- Then I realized the entire clip was online, and I just wasted a bunch of my time and my money.
Wait,
I like
I
that
really
whole
like that
movie
movie.
is based off of race.
wait, Noah.
Like all the
Yeah.
race
No,
things
it's
that are
not.
happening at the
It's
time.
more complicated than that.
What we were talking about going. I missed this comment. I think my friend Noah commented when we were talking about the most disappointing games of all time. He commented Pokemon Sun and Moon, and I figured Caleb was gonna have something to say about that.
Excuse you. He can politely leave the
Opinions.
stream.
But so continuing, I guess I just wanted to point that out because I figured Caleb would have something to say about it.
Oh, I can go on a
Is he
rant
still
about
in
that.
here?
Noah, yeah, he should be. He really liked our podcast last week, so I'm sure he's still here.
Yeah, because I just go like the viewer list, and says there's only 2 people, but I'm talking with like Rose, but it doesn't say that they're in here.
Yeah,
so-
it doesn't update instantly.
Come on, Twitch, get on your shit.
For me, it
Because
says
yeah,
there's 7.
Yeah, he says he's here.
Yeah, he's here.
everything is, and even coming next year, everything is pretty much sequels
Or adaptation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
or adaptations.
I mean, yeah,
or
because I mean,
reboots.
like, if you think about it, the big movies are like what? Got Black Panther coming out in like 20 days or something like that. Obviously,
Yeah.
adaptation.
I actually said the Danish
Infinity
girl,
War.
or like La La Land.
yeah, La La Land.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
have
that
not
was
seen
too
La La
sad.
Land.
Either way.
That was 2016.
Gotta love a movie about Hollywood.
Yeah, I tend to stay away from like Get Out was also a movie too.
I like it. Get Out was a movie. Yeah, it was.
No,
Yeah,
I actually
I never
hated
saw
that
it, so I
movie,
can't
and
say that was
the movie
good, but it was.
That movie was but there's
I
tons
mean, I
of scenes
thought it was
that were
okay.
like make sense. I think I just need to see it again.
Just love how, like, of all the possible things you could pull for a horror movie, you pick old white people.
That's
That can be scary.
it's definitely a product of the times, sure.
Because if you like watch what his girlfriend was doing the whole movie, like she didn't do anything like on accident. Like the cop, like she didn't want
Oh,
him to give him her ID and just
So they wouldn't leave a paper trail.
yeah.
You've done nothing wrong.
I didn't
Yeah.
see it either. So I can't.
It's a black people's biggest fear.
Yeah, black people's
white
biggest
people.
fear. Old white people being racist to them.
Then they're driving black cars to represent that they're black bodies that they're gonna get.
Yeah, the honest trailer for that movie is amazing.
I didn't notice that until he said that. It's like, huh.
Also, you see the part where he's like, his best friend is like the most helpful character in the entire movie, except for the fact that he never listens to him. I told you that bitch was crazy. I told you not to go in that house. What'd you do? You went in the fucking house anyway.
But I didn't know there was an alternate ending for that
The
movie.
plot behind every horror movie.
Pretty much.
How it's like linked to that movie with what's his face, Bruce Willis.
No, I know, my. Oh man, I gotta look up. What was the time frame for like
Past 2
original
years.
movies? Past 2 years.
Past 2 years.
Never mind that.
Well,
Yeah, the
what
movie I
was it?
thinking. Cabin in the Woods.
You like that movie?
Yes,
I think
I
he likes
love
it
it.
for Jennifer Lawrence.
I have a problem with you now.
I
I
love
like that.
movie.
I like that movie from the trailer because I thought it was going to be a genuine horror movie, and then I went into the theater and I realized it was. I got to the part where they found out it was a simulation, and I was so disgusted. I was like, "What is happening? Like, how dare you lead me on like that?"
It's almost like that was the point of the movie.
Rose says
Because I only
La La
saw
Land
like
was
the.
amazing.
I only saw like the
Boss Baby was
trailer.
amazing. No.
Rose says La La Land was amazing, and then Noah says Boss Baby was amazing. I actually did hear Boss
Alec
Baby was
Baldwin.
really good. But
I have not seen it. I have no interest in that movie whatsoever.
Even though I've also seen that Boss Baby was rated the worst movie of 2017, but
I've seen that too.
Feels bad.
I usually don't go off of like professional ratings though, personally.
yeah, I haven't seen it, so.
Yeah, I haven't either. But I'm definitely not the target audience for that movie.
Yeah, me neither. So
I mean, you don't have, like, in order for a movie to be good, you don't have to be the target audience though.
Worse than the Emoji Movie.
I think it got rated worse than the Emoji Movie, but again,
God.
I haven't seen that movie.
I don't think you can have
Horror
anything
movie.
worse than the Emoji Movie.
Yeah, it'd be hard. What was yours, Jamin? Did you say for
For what?
the last 2 years?
Oh, I said Arrival.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Arrival or Passengers. It's
And
really
then
close.
It was me
Amy
with
Adams. Talking
the
to
accountant
Alien.
because it was literally like the only original thing I saw. Arrival. Maddie said Paddington. Tyler said
Baby Driver.
Baby Driver. Connor said
I'm gonna go with Moana, now that I remembered about Moana.
and then
That's a good
Caleb,
I did. Yeah. I'm gonna say Zootopia because that one was
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Yeah, it was good.
With the movie where none of the animals have genitals.
Wait, so that's what you took away from this movie, Tyler? Is that what you were looking for going into the movie?
My realism. Not to mention, like it's not like, oh, they don't have genitals, but it's like all the blatant crotch shots where there's no
Yeah.
genitals. I'm like, this is not realistic at all. Excuse me, Disney.
Like the elephant.
Yeah, that's what the elephant and the giraffe. Those two scenes. I'm like, well, this is what is happening.
You really want kids to see that and like with their parents? And they're like, "What's that?"
Maybe
I
they
love
should
it.
do like an R-rated version for like when the kid gets older.
So I think
It's
this
literally
guy's
the
like
exact same
bestiality
movie.
now.
Here's what you missed.
It's just the same movie with just like genitals drawn in.
With like an elephant dick hanging out.
You're into some weird stuff, Tyler.
I didn't say I was into it. I'm just saying that's what it would be.
I mean, you were looking for it.
It's true.
So to kind of move away from that, I actually have one that kind of stems off of his question,
Nice.
but it pertains to favorite original game within the past 2 years.
Oh, another
Like
another good one
original
from
Last of
Maddie.
Us.
Original game.
Original game.
Last of Us.
Oh, this is
Wait, Last
Hi.
of Us came out in like 2013, Tyler, or
Last
Connor.
of Us.
what did I do?
Yeah, I meant to say Connor.
I do.
That
I have
doesn't,
no idea.
that doesn't count, Connor.
Close
You
enough.
can't pick that game.
That's not close enough because then my answer for Interstellar or for the movie one would have been Interstellar.
Connor's like, shit, that's my only answer.
I can't think
I don't
of
I'm
think
having
anything.
a harder time with this one than
I don't
had
think
with
I
the
don't think you can
movies.
go with Stardew Valley either, because I think that was 2015. or something.
2015, I think.
Yeah.
It's been about 3 years now. Yeah, makes sense.
God, there's like I've like played
Man.
no original, like new IP this year, or past 2
No.
years.
Um,
Let's check my Steam library and see what I
yeah,
might have played.
trying to think. Wow. Caleb,
I got nothing.
why you do this to us?
You're welcome. So,
Um,
just a heads up, Overwatch was released in 2016.
Oh yeah.
I didn't like that though.
I didn't really like it either.
Never
Fortnite
mind.
was good. I liked Fortnite.
Fortnite's
So,
good.
yeah, Overwatch, Fortnite, PUBG. PUBG. I mean,
Yeah.
I put PUBG on my like best games of 2017 list because it was just so like it took over so quickly. It's hard not to say it wasn't one of the best. So I mean,
Yeah.
7 Days to Die, even though it's a long time
It's-
ago too.
It's not even out. Beta, bruh.
it's like saying DayZ right now.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's been playable for like 6 or 7 years now.
Tyranny is good. Haven't finished it, but that came out last year.
I don't even really play.
There's
RuneScape.
I Am Setsuna. I don't know if
Holy
any of you played
shit.
that.
Have
Ooh,
I
that's
even
a really good game.
have I even
That is-
played an original IP?
Ever?
I don't think I have.
You mean ever, right? You've never played one.
That well, I mean, I've played them a few times, but like not in the past like 3 years. It's really depressing, actually.
Oh, Slay the Spire. That's a fantastic game. Really fun.
Yeah, I've seen stuff for that. Looks pretty cool.
That's a really fun game.
I guess. Wait, was it favorite just that's come out? Because you could like a game that you don't have that you haven't played, right?
Yeah. Why not?
Doesn't help
Yeah,
me.
you wouldn't have to have played it.
Yeah, I don't see why not. That's a necessity.
I'm not sure if this is
Okay.
the original one, but like Nier looks really good, but I haven't played it.
I haven't played that either. And also, the chat brought up Cuphead.
Oh yeah.
Cuphead's really good, yeah.
God damn it.
The
I
guy that
haven't played Cuphead.
I played it once. It was fun.
When did this come?
the guy that Noah, who is the one that commented Cuphead, me and him played it on his couch in Texas, and it was a lot of fun.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, I know mine now.
It's very hard.
What about VR chat? It's technically a game.
Yeah, that is a game.
Mine's Firewatch.
Fire. Yeah, okay. That's a good game.
I didn't. I,
But
it's not
PewDiePie.
because I played it, but because I liked watching other people play it.
Which
D
one?
came out. So this
Firewatch.
Oh yeah, I didn't. Only reason I heard it was like 2 hours, so I didn't want to buy it because like
It's like I think it's like 10.
yeah, I guess like I'm probably like giving it Connor timing, but
It's not long.
yeah, I heard it was really short.
You could finish it in a day. But it's really like the story is really well done. Like for a game that's entirely based on you walking around with a walkie-talkie, it's really well done.
Yeah, that's what I heard. So I've been waiting for it to go on like
Shane
super
is in the
sale for
chat.
some reason. Yeah, I saw that. Hey Shane. And
There's also Dead by Daylight. If any of you like that game.
Okay, that game was okay. Deceit does that game, but better. Almost, I feel like. Actually, I feel like Freddy does that game better.
I mean
Okay.
Friday the 13th, not
Is
Freddy.
it Friday the 13th? It is Friday the 13th, not Friday. Yeah. Whatever.
Freddy.
Or Flasher.
Pokemon
Slasher
Go was
stuff.
released in 2016.
Oh my god, shut up.
So I'm about to kick Caleb from this call. Is everyone cool with that?
Pokemon like
The
could-
concept is really
don't,
cool.
Don't you dog on Pokemon.
The concept is
so
really cool. It just didn't like they needed all this stuff in it that's in it now at release, and then
No,
a
it's
lot
still
more
not
people.
good.
It's been 2 years and they still have not added trading into the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
In the
but there,
original
That was their
commercials,
massive
they were
problem.
saying you can trade.
there's a lot more in it now than at release though. So like they just needed more
Yeah.
stuff in it now than they had at release,
The-
or they would have retained
That
The
that.
might be
only
more
thing they've
Pokestops.
added since release is Pokemon. That's all they've added.
And the
And
raids.
and Pokemon Go,
raids.
if you live out in the
Yeah.
country, you're just fucked because you will
Yeah.
not find no Pokemon. Like literally me, I would
Yeah.
wait 13 hours to find a fucking Pidgeotto and then wait another 13 hours to find another fucking Pidgeotto. Why do I want to play this game and just catch fucking Pidgeotto?
That sounds like a you problem because where I live,
I can't
catch-
change where I live, Tyler. Are you gonna?
I mean, yeah, you
are,
can.
Are,
I mean,
are you gonna pay for that?
technically you can.
No, I physically cannot right now.
Just do what I did and just drive into the city.
So I'm gonna drive 35 miles to go catch Pokemon in this dumb
That's what
mobile
I did.
game.
Actually,
spent,
like- And
I spent 45 minutes on a train, went into downtown Toronto, and caught a fuck ton of Pokemon.
yeah, that 30 miles would get me to a city of 20,000. That 30 miles for you gets you to a city of like hundreds of thousand. For me to get to a city that type of size, I would have to go 90 miles.
That's a city of 3 million actually, but
Oh,
Hello,
okay.
Tyrio.
I'm pretty sure hundreds
I
of
went-
thousands equals 3. Like yeah,
'Cause I
that
went-
hundreds of thousands.
I went downtown with my friend, and then you like when it came out, you just saw everybody sitting on corners with like what are those things? Lures on the
I think those are called
Pokestops?
prostitutes.
with lures on the Pokestops, and that's like all you saw was just people sitting everywhere.
Prostitutes?
No,
Mm.
some
I
maybe
like
some
how
of them.
the game also said like like be with other people, but you'd go to a park and you'd see everyone playing Pokemon Go by
their
themselves,
phone.
like on different benches.
Yeah.
Right.
just not talking to each other.
There were a few times, especially like because there's like 3 within my radius of where I live, and you see people just hanging out, and you just go over there, and like you would see somebody with a lure, and I just go walk outside and say, "What's talk to those people?" But
Yeah,
I
I
think
did that.
the concept was really
Yeah.
cool.
Like there's
It
one
re-
time where like there's because I'm a blue, and then there's a red team at
Gross.
the gym.
Mystic
And we were
Best.
you mean
talking 'cause
Mystic
we
and
were taking
Valor?
over the gym.
Blue
Yeah,
and
let's
red.
just forget about Instinct.
Yeah.
Let's just forget about that game.
I mean,
No.
it was cool because I'm sure we all saw the clip of everybody running to Times Square, or not Times Square, Central Park, when the Gyarados spawned. You saw like all those
Oh.
people running through like the streets trying to get it.
Yeah.
So it was cool. It was cool in concept. It really like changed the world for about 2 weeks.
Yeah, it was.
that pretty much sums
It
it,
became
up.
such a craze though. Like that's one I can give it credit because it became the thing. Even if you didn't play Pokemon, you played Pokemon Go.
I
Yeah,
bet you
yeah.
so many cell phone providers made so much money on people going over their data
Oh yeah.
that
No,
month.
then Sprint did I think they're still doing a thing where if you switch to Sprint, you get like 1,000 Pokecoins.
Something like
Restaurants
That,
restaurants were doing it too. Like so the
Mhm.
ones that like at least in my area were like restaurants that were Pokestops were saying like you can just come in and sit at our Pokestop.
yeah.
Because some
was-
restaurants were like, "Get out! We don't want you sitting at the corner."
There was like a couple restaurants that were like, if you were this team, don't even bother coming in the store.
Yeah, I mean it was kind of crazy, but
It's good.
yeah.
I think it needed more player interaction.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean trading. Is that really that hard
How about
to
the battles?
implement?
Sucks.
Battles are pretty
Oh,
bad.
the battles were
They've-
terrible.
They've definitely updated the battles, so they actually are not bad. But
I just
Like-
the system they use is bad.
yeah,
It's just like it's the
It's-
most
I mean-
like simple playing system.
yeah. I mean, it's Niantic's other game, but I
Oh,
can't remember the name of it. off
Here
the
we
top of
go.
my head.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Invictus.
Oh yeah, Horizon.
I didn't play
Oh, yeah.
it. Didn't play it,
I didn't
but
play
it
it
looked
either.
really good. So I'm gonna go with that one.
Hellblade came out.
Yeah, that's
So-
what Ashley said too. Hellblade.
Hellblade.
So-
Setsuna.
There we go. Done.
There's a couple more games. Hey, there we go. We got stuff.
So moving on from that, I'm gonna try to find one that Maddie can have a little bit more
Partake
interaction with. Um, here we go.
So you guys think I'm drinking out of a pot leaf mug?
Yes.
Yeah,
This
I
is like a
wouldn't have
Christmas
even
ball.
noticed if you didn't point it out.
Nope, it's actually catnip.
it's a bunch of marijuanas.
So,
cake.
to get a few questions for this that wasn't game centered, I pulled some questions from Ask Reddit actually.
Hey,
It's a brave move.
What is something that you can do that instantly makes you feel great?
What does instantly make you feel great?
I know my answer.
I don't trust Tyler.
You shouldn't.
Instantly? Instantly. Because Ryan's got the idea.
Like
Ryan in chat
Thing,
has the
and it's
right
great.
answer.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who is that?
Ryan in
So
chat,
Ryan
he's got the
Extreme.
only-
Me and him are thinking the same way.
Yeah, I mean,
ASMR.
if you want to say that, like, yeah, like you can go a little bit more in depth than that. I think. I personally have a weird one, and I'm gonna say sneeze.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
That's a good one.
How about me checking my bank account Thursday morning,
That's pretty
Right,
nice.
right
actually,
after
yeah.
payday.
right
Yeah.
after payday? That makes me
Right
feel
after
pretty
payday.
good.
Oof.
Sometimes I get depression though, because like, I don't make that much money. But
Yeah.
And then you check it like the next day, and it's all gone, and you just like that's the
Yep.
exact opposite effect. But yeah, I'm gonna go with sneeze. I can like make myself sneeze sometimes, and it like gets rid of headaches and shit like that. So like, it just instantly makes me feel great.
Wish I could do that.
It's like a superpower.
instant gratification.
Sneeze, man.
My sneezes always get stuck, and then I'm stuck with a sneeze.
I think that's the worst.
Yeah, Ryan, I do play goalie. All my stuff's airing out over there.
Bottom left, you play goalie. You're just bottom left or
Technically,
Ryan.
bottom left on my screen was Connor, so I was really confused for a
Yeah,
second.
same.
Same. You're like bottom left, Connor?
How do you see Connor?
You play goalie for the wrong sport.
What would be the right sport?
Football.
There's no goalies in football.
Yeah, there is.
Well, the good football.
Oh, you mean
Yeah.
soccer?
Correct
Yeah.
football.
Amerikanisch Fußball?
Foosball. I played goalie on a world-class foosball team.
Gliding
Okay.
scissors through wrapping paper.
Not-
That's a
Not
good one.
Foosball. Foosball.
You get like that perfect cut through. Oh,
How about
that's a good one
Shaman?
too.
How about taking a drink from a fresh cup of tea?
No, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Unless it like burns your mouth if you're doing hot tea.
Then you're just not making your tea right, man.
So, anyone have like their actual ones other than myself?
What do you mean actual ones? Mine are actual ones.
Oh, sushi.
Ryan said yours before you. You can't go with that one. Come
Oh,
on.
I can't pick right. Okay,
Something
then
that instantly makes you feel good, right?
Yeah.
Man,
Ooh.
that's hard.
a warm shower.
Oh, stepping inside a warm shower instantly. Yeah. No,
Yes.
That's a pretty good one. That's a good one. Yeah.
Oh, cashews. I don't know. Every time I eat a cashew, I get like a tingly feeling in my mouth.
Just
I'm
like
not sure why.
Just like cashews in general.
Yeah. Like, have you ever like bit down on a cashew and like your whole mouth kind of goes numb? Like,
Potato-
that's what-
That sounds like allergies.
Wait.
Yeah, that's exactly what it like.
Do you coat your
It's just the
cashews in
first bite.
cocaine or something? Like,
No, he has a mild allergy to cashews, and that's how
That
he
I-
figured it out.
Then my throat starts to close up and I can't breathe.
feels great.
It feels the best.
No, it's only like the first bite, and after that, it's fine. Because then I have an addiction to cashews.
Um,
All right, Shane. Shane says seeing people smile.
Okay.
I
That's-
like that one.
Yeah.
Same. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Ashley sent
Yeah.
me like a list.
some stuff that that people in the chat have
People
said is Ryan's. That was the first, and then he said cocking a gun, which I mean, I personally,
Eh.
I can.
Interesting.
I mean,
The sound. I enjoyed the sound.
it's
Yeah.
it's
like
very.
like the feeling of like racking a 50 cal. It's just there's something about it that like just ugh.
It's
And
visceral.
then Shane also said setting things on fire.
Oh, okay.
I can agree.
Massage it.
I like that
Wow,
one.
massages.
Ryan, what?
That's massages
This is
isn't instantly though.
You got
Well, like right when they touch you, it's like, oh yes. Then they keep touching you for like 60 more minutes. And then,
what type of massage parlors are you going to, Connor?
well, the good one.
Do you have something to admit to Ashleigh? Is your robotic Ashleigh program to give
I was
massages?
going to say. I'll say it's okay. It just looks like her.
Yeah.
Oh God, is she watching?
I don't know.
No, jeez.
We got setting
I
things on
text her what we're talking
setting
about,
things
then
on
she
fire.
texts me back.
gliding scissors through wrapping paper.
I actually can't stand that sound.
Holding a
The feeling though on your hand is pretty nice.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, but it makes my teeth hurt. That sound
Yeah.
does.
You got
Yeah.
holding a pretty
That's a-
girl's hand
yeah.
from Shane as well.
Hey.
Potato Butt says nacho cheese. I'm not really sure what about nacho cheese. Just nacho
like,
cheese. Like,
Just the knowledge.
are you spreading nacho cheese across yourself? Are you like eating
Yes.
nacho cheese? Or are you spreading nacho cheese on someone else? Like, put us a little more
Hey, you know.
context to that Potato Butt. But
Or don't.
Look at what he just said in chat. Why does that dude in the
look
bottom
like he's
mid-
blurred spreading? Blurred spreading
Here's
is
his bottom.
what?
Because if you look on the stream, Connor's like picture is like really small, like the circle, and then the background is just the same picture but blurred. So he's saying, Connor,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
he's saying is that you and Ash look like spread butt cheeks because it's just the same picture but blurred.
So then after
That's really funny.
the ambiguous nacho cheese, we got
Yep. Still looks like a spread butt cheeks.
we got the people smiling.
Ryan asked a really weird question that it's only going to pertain to me because no one else is going to understand it.
Yeah.
Snot,
Jordan
Snoop
said
Boop.
You're a Snoop Boop.
What the fuck is a Snoop Boop?
I'm guessing like
Is this Fab?
Snapchat.
Snapchat.
Oh, this might be Allie, I guess.
What the
Oh,
fuck
yep,
is,
it's Allie.
what the fuck is a Snoop Boop?
I know who that is. Okay, so continuing.
Still doesn't answer the question.
Like,
Completely avoids it.
What, the
completely
Snoop Boop?
avoids it.
Yeah, what's a Snoop Boop?
My
What the fuck is
Snapchat.
a Snoop Boop?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's Allie from Minecraft, Shaman. Pickle and
Oh.
Allie.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's Allie.
Oh yeah.
Hello, Allie.
last time
Brandy
we
wine.
talked,
Yeah, from Brandywine.
yeah, Brandywine.
Okay, so where were we at before not the nacho
Spell my name
cheese?
wrong.
You asked the most satisfying thing that you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got hot shower,
We got a lot.
sneezing. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, we got a lot from the chat, but I don't think.
Mine's
I don't
weird.
think-
So
I don't think
Your-
anyone's
yours
really given
weird?
a definitive answer.
yeah, a black head strip. Or wax
Ah.
on a leg.
Wait, what'd you say?
A black head strip.
Yeah,
They're satisfying.
that's pretty good. It is. It's not like a regular one, but I could see that.
Or waxing legs is satisfying. Well, probably not for someone hairy, but
That sounds painful.
Say what kind of? No, must not have a lot of hair.
the feeling after is satisfying.
All right.
After a clean shave.
Yeah.
I always just feel naked after a clean shave.
Yeah.
Same.
I don't
That's-
have that problem.
Like if
No,
it's
you probably
really
don't.
cold.
Oh, so I still have the comments pulled up on my second screen just to like go through kind of like what other people have said. One of them that I agree with is changing your bed sheets to clean ones and tuck yourself in, like when just like sliding into those clean
Oh.
bed sheets. Such
Oh my
a
God.
nice feeling.
I'm
Same,
gonna
just
add on
kind
top
of like.
of the clean, the warm, like
Yeah, taking them right out of the dryer, then right
That's
out
what I
of
was
your
gonna
body.
say too.
Oof.
I was like, same vein.
Someone said fresh socks, which I mean,
Oh,
Yeah, same,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
lying down after a tiring day, like just like that first like feeling.
Yeah. Or just even like taking your shoes off when you get home.
As soon as 5 o'clock rolls around, that instantly makes me feel better.
Someone said getting paid, which that goes back to yours, Tyler.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Fart after a date that's several hours long.
That's also a good one.
This person just said sleep. All right, so
they
Just in
sleep is
general.
always good.
Sleep's always a good one.
Making Jordan's D&D character. Taking forever.
hey, we don't know if like the other people have even made theirs. You just know that they have ideas what they want to play. And
I've made mine.
I thought we agreed we're
I
not going to
haven't.
start other campaigns until we're done with others.
We're not gonna start until we finish the other thing.
The one shot that I'm doing.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't know what to call it at this point.
I've
20
decided that I
shot.
wasn't gonna do it actually. Not gonna finish it because
So
it
we all
just
die.
caused-
Everyone goes home.
yeah, it was causing a lot of issues last time, so I just don't really want to go through that again.
That's fine.
Causing issues.
But yeah, it's later.
Okay.
I don't really want to yell at people over stream. Do it.
Just start talking shit about you. Like that
Nah, good.
mofo.
No, I'm good.
Jordan, what's your next one?
I guess I can. I pulled because I pulled a couple questions from Ask Reddit. This one's kind of a shorter one. What is the best wrong number call you have ever received?
Oh,
I guess-
I never answered the phone.
Yeah, if I don't know the
The
number, I
last
usually don't answer the phone.
wrong number call I
Caleb,
got was
people are
for
wanting you
a
to
drug and
talk shit
alcohol
about
hotline.
You got a call for the drug and alcohol hotline.
Yeah, that's what they thought my number was for. Had to awkwardly explain that
Did
that's
you
not me.
did you help them?
That-
Did you help them with their addiction?
I'm probably not the one to ask for help.
I think everyone in the chat wants to see you do that, Caleb. Everyone in the chat apparently wants to see you yell at someone, whoever it was. But
I mean, I'm not actually gonna yell at someone. It's just more of like a gripe.
I can guess at what your gripes were.
Yeah.
100% can guess. I'm pretty sure I know.
Do you?
throw out your guess. I want to hear what your guess is. I think it's fine to say it on stream. It's like if we do it civilly, it's fine.
Yeah.
So I think our biggest problems with the last time we played was there was disconnect between us playing and like the characters we're playing. Like we had an issue where like Jordan, you really didn't like when like you didn't have any like personal depth to the like not personal depth but personal like interest in the character because we were given character sheets for us. You were like, here, this is who you're playing.
Yeah.
And that rubs some people the wrong way, and so that it created tension in and of itself.
Yeah. That's like literally it. Yeah.
So like,
And so there was no investment by most of us.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, like I was
Which is fine. It's
I was
just-
like super invested in the
Yeah.
characters that like was actually us that we were doing for Caleb's like real life campaign. That's why I wanted to go back to that one because I was having so much fun playing it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That one just gets difficult.
And that
It's
one,
kinda-
I think, will lose its appeal as the more if we play that one more, because like the novelty of like us playing us wears off real quickly. Because
But and especially because we're like we want to do stuff, but if you like think of you as a person, like would you do that? Because our first scene was we fucking like murdered like 6 people. So
I know that's
Yeah.
why I was like, and I throw up.
yeah. So that part kind of becomes a little difficult too.
Yeah, because you have to think of if I actually like stabbed someone and
Yeah,
spilt their blood everywhere, how am I gonna
I
react to that?
exploded somebody. I
Yeah, you
legitimately
literally did.
exploded somebody.
No, because
Yeah.
I think I was the only one that didn't kill anyone.
Yeah,
To be fair, they had my brother. I was a
it's
little
true.
Yeah, I mean,
Well-
it like was. It's not like we killed anyone that wasn't like self defense or like trying to get someone back.
Yeah,
or
sure,
something.
but like, I think
Thing is, we're the ones that started it.
It's
Yeah.
true. You did.
They
you shot
I mean,
first.
yeah, they like attacked that caravan, and we were like hired to get the shit back.
Yeah, you don't know that. You never found out if they actually did or not.
I mean,
Yeah.
if they're looting it, you can kind of assume.
But they
we
could
never
just
saw
found
them
it.
looting though.
Yeah, you just saw them next to
Just
a
camped.
What they were like in it
caravan-esque
with all the
thing.
shit.
We could have just asked Caleb too, because he was with that group, if they actually did it or not.
Yep.
I thought at the
But we kind of
Kind of
murdered
feel
everyone.
that. So,
and like I thought at the end like we talked to Caleb and he was like, yeah, those people are bad people. I was
oh yeah,
Yeah.
we knew that too.
Yeah.
so.
So Shane brings up some interesting points on like playing your actual person. But see, I disagree with his last statement where he says you just play off your first thoughts and instinctual thoughts because you can do it that way, but like your first thoughts are not going to be your first actions because there's that suspension of disbelief, and so you won't play who you are. You're gonna be like, oh, what's the most advantageous thing, and then do that thing.
Yeah, it can get very meta-gamey.
Yeah, and it's more of like a role play exercise, like an acting exercise,
Mhm.
more than it is like an actual like intense game to play. I mean, it is intense, but it's a little different.
Yeah, yep.
But so I mean, I guess for me to have like attachment to a character, I either have to build like a character I really like for the next campaign, or
Yeah.
like feel like I'm like in the game, which was how that one felt.
Yeah.
So
Right. Well, that's because
Technically,
you're
you
not.
could kind of add like both of that. Like you can add elements of yourself into someone that you make.
Oh, any good character is going to have that. Like
Yeah.
any character that you're going to be really good at playing, you're going to have to take a faucet of yourself and play that character.
That
Yeah.
or just be the complete opposite too. But then again,
Yeah,
that's
That can be
usually
hard
bad.
though, but yeah.
all right.
That's
Yeah,
that's
Yeah.
really hard to do. I've
Yeah.
done that. It's the hardest character to play. Is when you're
Um,
like, I'll take whatever I'm doing and I'll just flip it.
Yeah, that's kind of how the current character that I'm playing in Shaman's campaign
Mhm.
is very much how I act like in real life, kind of.
Very
Which one
much
you
kind
have?
of.
You have two
Daenerys.
characters. Okay,
the bard.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Yeah.
That makes sense.
All right, so kind of to circle back, worst or best wrong number call you ever had, if you've had wrong number calls, really.
Nah, all of mine have been mundane. I guess I'm too nice. I'm just like, wrong number, click.
Yeah.
For me, I guess I have two. When I was at work, I was working at a gym, YMCA. A guy would call, or a guy called. I think he called. Oh no, I have three.
Yes, it feels a crusty
I
crap.
have three. So one person called me, and I
That's
as I
the prank
answered,
call?
I said, "Hello," and they go, "How'd you get this number?" And I was like, "You called me?" So long story short, someone called them from one of our phones, and then they hit redial. But so that we didn't know that. So then just answering like, "How'd you get this number?" Like, and then the second one
What?
at work was someone called us and asked if we could like tow their car from a nearby town, and I was like, this is the YMCA.
We can certainly try.
And then he's like, oh, sorry. So the only like thought behind that is he thought we were a AAA, like the car towing service AAA, but YMCA. So that was the other one. And then my third one, which was like personal phone, someone called. It was like this, had to be like this really old guy. I woke up one day with like 8 calls from him, and I was like, what the heck? And he would like never leave voicemails other than like one, which was like nothing. So then when he called next, I answered, and he goes, hello, is this my voicemail? No, this is a human being. And he goes, okay, thanks. And he would continue to call me after that. Like he continued to call me. Like
Oh my God.
in one day he
You
called me
must
like 14 times. So then
You
I
must
finally
have
just
like his old
Or
number.
just block his number.
I finally blocked him because like I was like, this is getting ridiculous. Because I would answer and try to explain to him like, this is a human being and I am not your voicemail, and he would just instantly hang up. But it
Wow.
like sounded like this like 70-year-old guy. So like,
He
Yeah,
must have had his old number or something like that.
or like he had. I'm not gonna say my number on stream, but
Yeah.
so like let's say my number ended in like 6789. His number might have ended in like 6788, and he might have been like hitting 9 by accident, trying to call himself. So
Yeah.
Right.
Or
Yeah, I
like
don't have any.
6798
yeah,
would have been his number. Something like that, yeah.
just
But
something similar.
There was one day, because I work at Best Buy, and there was one time where I had to cover the phones for like for someone's break, and apparently there's this caller who we call, I think they call him Jazz Rich or something like that, or no, it's like Jazzy Rich or something like that. And every time he calls in, the first thing that you hear is just jazz music and like the smooth jazz. And then he always asks if we just have something in stock. That's all he asks, and he's like, "Hey, do you got this in stock today?
Oh my
All
god.
right, cool." And then he just hangs up.
So that's not really a
It's
a
not-
wrong number though.
It's not,
because-
but like, that's the closest that I get. But
yeah, he's like
yeah,
meaning
it's
to
like
call you.
really weird.
That is pretty weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any. I don't
don't
ever
have
get. I don't ever get. Well, I don't answer the phone.
Mhm.
I never like if somebody calls my cell phone, I never answer it, and so there I never get like wrong numbers.
Same on that one. If they don't leave a voicemail, it's probably not important. So
Yeah.
usually don't answer. if I
Unless
don't
it's
know the
somebody
number.
within my contacts that's calling me, I never answer.
I guess this is really
Yeah,
easy.
pretty
This-
much.
You guys want to see something random but really weird with my cat? I can, like, if I scratch him, he licks. I stop, he'll stop. I scratch him, he licks. I stop, he stops. Scratch him,
He's like,
he licks. I stop,
It's like
he
it's
stops.
like a dog when
Like,
they,
I don't know what's wrong with him. You're broken. You are broken.
you found the switch. That's pretty funny.
But yeah, so I figured that one was kind of like a niche question, but I figured if anyone had any stories, it would be an okay one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Moving back to something that Maddie won't really have.
Oh, good job, host.
I know.
Let's get our special guest to never answer a single question.
I mean,
I'm fine with that.
okay, here we go. Have you what is that black paste from Australia? What is that called again?
Oh, it's the green
Vegemite?
stuff.
Vegemite. Yeah. Do you like
Vegemite.
Vegemite?
I've only ever tried it once.
How was it?
Horrible.
You say horrible?
I cried.
You cry.
Wow.
That bad.
Because it's
That's
like
pretty
I
bad.
got forced to try it. It took me 18 years to try it.
it's like super salty, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Incredibly.
It smells
salty.
horrible too.
Yeah.
Like the only thing I know about that is the Men Without Hats song. Made me a Vegemite sandwich.
But so there we go. There was my Australian-centered question that none of us really
There
had
you
an input on.
Vegemite.
I mean, I
So-
tried it. No, I didn't. I refused to try it when I was down there. Never mind.
I thought Vegemite was New Zealand.
I
but-
understand.
I'm sure they have it in New Zealand, but
Close
it's like
enough.
an Australian thing too.
Yeah.
So we've talked about our favorite games, like singular, and our like least / most disappointing games, singular.
Mhm.
What is your favorite game franchise? So 3 or
Pokemon.
more.
Didn't we already talk about this?
No,
I feel like we already talked about this.
I
No,
feel
yeah,
like we
because I
did
remember
too.
like Ashley said like Mass Effect.
we've talked like we haven't like specifically.
I feel like I said Call of
stated-
Duty.
We haven't.
No,
I don't think
no,
we've talked about
you-
specific like.
you went because
name
we
your
said
favorite
favorite
franchise.
game, and you said, "Can I go with a franchise?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
We've
well,
never,
so
like-
Call of Duty.
We've all
Yeah.
touched on this at some point in time, I feel like.
Yeah.
I mean,
Uh,
I don't.
Perkimans.
And like obviously, we did Caleb's favorite game, which is Pokemon, which that goes across the franchise. But we never, he never like, I've never said my favorite game franchise. I don't think Chaman has either, or Connor.
No.
Mm-mm.
Don't
That's a
bite my
cat.
nose. He has a weird thing that he likes noses. I don't know why.
You have a cat with a nose fetish.
He bites it for no reason.
That's weird.
Yeah, mine's still Call of Duty then.
But Pokemon, mine's gonna probably be. I mean, Mass Effect. Yeah.
Franchise? That's a tough one.
BioShock.
It's a good one.
That's a good one. Man, actually, for me, it'd have to be StarCraft as a franchise.
Mm. That's so good.
Yeah, that's
Wait.
real good.
How many
StarCraft doesn't have
games
3
are there?
games.
There's 2.
2.5.
Jordan's-
2.5.
What? 2.5?
Brood War is almost a full game.
That's true. That's sure it is.
Brood Horse basically a full game.
And I don't know if anyone heard Maddie's.
Spyro.
No. No. Fun.
Say it again.
I played The Sims.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with
There's a
that.
franchise.
The Sims is
I
That's good.
recently got the cat and dog expansion.
Hey,
I really
No,
wanted
Ashley
a
made a
dog.
Shar-Pei puppy for
Yeah.
us.
I'll sit
So
here and
adorable.
talk about The Sims with you all day. I got Sims 3 and all of the expansions, and Sims 4 and a lot of them on my Origin account.
I
So
just wanted a little bulldog.
I have fond memories as a little kid playing Sims 1, not wanting a character to be alive anymore, creating a little box with a bunch of hay in it and fireworks in there and taking away the door, and he goes in there and launches those fireworks off.
And this is how we found out that he was a psychopath.
This is the news. What are you talking about?
It's not new, you're right. But I guess like
The hay
Back to
was
the
a great
franchise
fire
thing.
starter.
back to the franchise thing. Final Fantasy would also be up there. It's a real good franchise. Minus like the last couple games.
Wait till after this
I
year and
still
ask.
need to beat 15.
Wait till after this year. I mean, I guess you could technically say Kingdom Hearts now still, because even though 3 isn't out, there's been a lot of games like spin-off
Yeah.
games.
It's way I was like that's definitely way more than just the first two.
Fire Emblem franchise is also really up there for
That's
me,
a good one. That's a good one.
except for the newest game, because
Warriors.
Warriors.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a nice story.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Well, it's
However,
a different
Warriors-
take. Yeah.
It's a Warriors game, and it
Yeah.
takes away the whole strategy part of Fire Emblem.
Well, it was. Yeah. I mean,
Like
sure.
the whole game is literally a strategy game, but Warriors is a hack and slash. It's the complete opposite of what a Fire Emblem game is.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of nice to see them go in a different direction with things sometimes too. And it's not like that
Yeah.
replaced a Fire Emblem game.
Oh no, not at all. Like it's still
So,
a good
like-
game. It's just I was disappointed.
Hmm.
As a Fire Emblem fan, that's not my cup of tea with that. Like when I go to play a Fire Emblem game, I expect to be making decisions and making sure my people don't die. And
Oh, you know what? I changed my answer. I know what my favorite franchise is.
Hmm.
It's 2 games, so I don't know if that counts as a franchise.
I mean, yeah,
It would be the Amnesia series then.
interesting.
The
More than
Dark Descent.
StarCraft.
Yeah, more than StarCraft. Oh yeah, totally.
All right.
StarCraft is good, but Dark Descent and Machine for Pigs.
Okay.
I don't know how many times I've played through Amnesia.
Civilization is also really up there.
That's a good one.
He's my
That's a
baby.
good one.
We have our own Joe the Cat.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be?
Nothing can replace Joe the cat.
So like yeah, I figured that would be kind of a shorter topic because we kind of like across we've like touched on them. So here's kind of like a in-depth like what's wrong with this type question.
Nice.
Why nowadays are like MMOs not working? And I figured Shaman would have like a kind of an
I have a
insight.
lot to say at this.
Yeah.
What do you
like,
mean not working?
For the most part, they like just MMOs are just like kind of failing nowadays, and
It doesn't like answer the question though. Like, what does that mean? Like,
mean-
people don't like them. They aren't selling. It's not a good game.
it's open.
or-
It's an open-ended question for a
Yeah,
reason. Like
that-
I'm
yeah.
asking why. Like that
You can answer. Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
that's your answer to the question because people don't like them or they're not selling. Like that's like
Because devs rush games and they want to make money more than they want to make games now, so they don't care.
Also, MMOs are very hard to get into.
yeah,
Unless you
but that's
know the world and know the whole thing. If a new MMO comes out, I feel like it's really hard to get into a new MMO world. Like if they were to come out with like
I think that's
Pokemon
the easiest.
MMO or something
Sure.
that a lot of people do know the entire universe for. It's more inclined to attract a larger audience.
I mean,
I
that's
can understand it, and
it's
I agree with you, and I also disagree.
I agree to an extent because like that helps it because like if you look at like the Star Wars MMO, it was relatively successful and it's commonly like Star Wars is like a I mean not like a lot of like the in-depth lore is really known like the movies are like super well known and then a few people know about like the Old Republic and like then the expanded universe, but it's not like that MMO was like massively popular like hundreds of thousands of players. It's just it is okay.
I mean, that's all MMOs though. All MMOs have like a smaller following of it. Like even like really bad MMOs have people who still play it. There are very few like 100% dead MMOs. I think the reason that MMOs fail nowadays is for a lot of reasons. One is they're trying to mass market these MMOs, so there's like low skill cap, but also a really low ceiling, and it's just all casual grind fest. And
Yeah.
that's all you do now. It's just every MMO is a grind, and not with a meaningful progression. It's just you just do it.
They're all also just like rehashes of each other too.
Yeah, pretty much
And-
too.
and,
Thing
like-
really tries to do anything original.
Yeah, that's like the big thing I think is like they all try to copy and I'll say it they'll try to copy the World of Warcraft format almost.
Some of them do, and World of Warcraft isn't the one who created the. We're talking about the Holy
No.
Trinity, basically.
Yeah.
But they, quote unquote, perfected it. They're the ones who mass marketed that.
Yeah, because like BDO was like I played BDO
Ryan's playing WoW right now.
like so
Ryan,
I
you're a
played
filthy
BDO
casual.
before it came to Steam, like when it was still only available in Asia.
Yep.
And I thought it was good, but they're all the same. It's just
Oh yeah. Mhm.
it's just level up your character, do this stuff, run these dungeons or whatever version
First
that run it over and over and over again until you get all this gear. Then do the raid or whatever the raid equivalent is in that game, and then do it over and over and over again.
Yep.
Now all of a sudden you have all this cool gear and there's nothing to do.
Yeah, and
It's like Destiny.
I was like,
Yeah.
are you talking about
I'll
Destiny?
say all. Yeah, well, it's a pseudo MMO.
Well,
which
even
has
I
the
mean,
same
WoW
problem.
is still like that too. WoW suffers
Yeah.
from the problem of it doesn't have any longevity. Like anybody who's playing now, like WoW will always have its core fan base. Whenever they release an expansion,
Connor.
they'll get 4 or 5 million new subs. I'm one of them. I'll play the expansion. I'll finish it in a month, and then I'll be gone because there's nothing there that keeps me playing. There's no reason to play. Like I got all the shit. I went up 10 levels. That's cool. Now what?
Yeah.
Again, when your content is just playing your game again as a different character, that's not like reason enough to continue playing a game.
Yeah. That and they got rid of the modular aspects of all MMOs. Like if you go and think about like old school World of Warcraft, you had 3 trees that there was like you had each class had 3 trees that you could mix and match points in. Everything has been like so condensed and so like boiled down. There's like no real player choice anymore. There's no real like agency of the player. Like they got rid of that.
Which is why I like Rift.
Rift is good
Because
for that,
Vanilla
but
WoW
also
is
That
Rift.
has a lot of player choice on what you
Yeah.
want to play, but it also
Yeah.
has those. If you want to play like this is the recommended build for it.
Yeah, it gives you Rift could be the top MMO if it did certain things a little bit differently. It's too slow. That game,
is,
the
yeah.
pacing of that game is incredibly slow. The end game content isn't as like
Rewarding.
you don't get gear that often, which is fine. That's okay. You don't have to be thrown gear all the time. But there's not a lot of like ingenuity in their fights either. They're very just smack down the health bar and then move on. There's not a lot of like tricks to it.
Leroy Jenkins.
There are some really good tricks in that. Like there's a boss that's got all these like onks that spawn and they create zones, but it's all that kind of stuff. There's no like
Well, I
real
like
stuff.
I like the whole. I mean, in Rift, the whole rifts thing, like the dimensional
cool.
rifts.
Mhm,
That's a
yep.
neat idea that I don't
Yep.
think any other MMO does.
Guild Wars does that. They're not called rifts, but they spawn in like world events.
Yeah,
world
there's-
events is a
Okay.
Yeah, world
Yeah.
event.
Yeah, world events are pretty common. I think the real issue is that there's no reason to continue playing MMOs when you get to the end.
Mhm.
Like,
I think with that they could band-aid it or kind of fix it if they kept the same recipe, if they just made the mechanics, because like you said, they lower the ceiling, right? Because they want more people to be able to play their game. I feel like if they up the ceiling, even say we take MMOs, we'll use WoW as an example. Let's just take WoW and leave it as it is, but let's make everything harder. I feel like even then you would bring back so many players because it provides a challenge. Because
yeah,
it's
but then
the
you
same
get to
thing that
the
Destiny suffers from, whereas once you know the mechanics in which the order that they appear, it just becomes like you're just sleeping through it.
Mhm.
well, that's 14. That's what 14's approach is. They have some of the hardest
Final
fights.
Fantasy, by the way.
Yeah, Final
Yeah.
Fantasy 14. They have that, like, that's their philosophy, is like the end game content in that game is incredibly hard, but the problem is that all you get is you get people who get really 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 good at just like pushing certain buttons, and there's no like mechanical skill. It's all memorization skill. So like it alienates a large portion of
Yeah.
your player base. If you just reduce it down to like basically mastery of a very small system.
Yeah, well, there's a whole slew of issues that's with it, but I feel like that would be one of the easiest things. I say easiest, one of the quickest things that they could implement to
Make it
possibly
harder. Yeah.
fix their situation.
I think honestly, upcoming MMOs are kind of going in the way that I think will revitalize the genre. With MMOs like Ashes of Creation kind of thing, where the world is basically the world itself doesn't stay static. It's an evolving world in
Yeah.
that you have to in order to keep what you want, you have to constantly fight for the thing that you want. So you have things to lose, and that's really good. Like having the ability to go
is
back.
Ashes of
progression,
Creation,
good.
the one with like the nodes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was gonna say the thing that made me think or brought this up on for like a question was I watched a video that talked about the guy's like most MMOs of 2018 that he's most like looking forward to, and that was number 2 on his list. And number 1 was that Crowfall I just mentioned quickly in the group chat a little bit ago. And
Crowfall is very similar.
that game looks like it could be a lot of fun because it reminds me of that that like third person, I think it was third person shooter that you played, that free to play one for a little bit, with like the 3 factions and like with the campaigns where you could like take land or whatever. Planet Side.
Yeah, Planet Side.
Because like it's like Crowfall's like completely based towards PvP. There's hardly any PvE, and it's like month-long campaigns where you try to like take land from your enemies by taking like structures and stuff like that. And that one looks like super interesting to me, and I feel like it's like a different type of MMO that we don't like see very often. So
yeah, and that's the thing. I think that's why I think I am actually more excited for Ashes of Creation, because it has that, like, to be able to capture nodes. It takes a long time. But the thing is, they also have PvE content, and they have world PvP, and they also have like small scale PvP. So you basically have your 3 like types of players built into that already. Like, because a lot of people don't want to play PvP. There's a huge subsection of players who are like, I don't want to fight other players. I'd rather like work with my fellow players, not fight them. Right. Yeah.
I'm
The WoW
horrible.
PvP best.
Yeah, and say like you could do the PvP all you want. See, for me, the only PvP that I really like, I guess this is because I played a lot of Guild Wars. I really like large scale PvP and not really small scale PvP. I don't like doing. Yeah, well, in Guild Wars 2, it was world PvP, where
Yeah.
you had like hundreds of people running around fighting hundreds of people.
So that'll be back in WoW now that vanilla servers are gonna be coming back.
Sure.
So the South Shore versus Turnmill.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's a fix.
What do you think they
There is
could
no
do
fix.
to fix MMOs, Maddie? I'm just kidding.
There's no until the only way that the MMOs get fixed is if one independent, like indie company, makes a good MMO that breaks the current recipe, that then every other massive developer can copy within 2 years and bring it to the masses. That's the only way, because every other developer is just gonna, because as much as we say that they're broken or whatever you want to call it, people still buy them and people are still going to play them even if it's for a month.
Yeah, that's,
So
There's
that's
still a
it's,
thirst for 'em.
The
It's-
problem is
it's the
that
same-
people will play it for a month.
it's the same
and
thing
then-
with like the reason why loot crates are still like being put in like all these games, because people will buy them. People are gonna buy
Yeah.
MMOs, so they're gonna just.
So the
keep
only way that you
building
fix it is if you have a company that breaks the recipe that's currently being regurgitated, or you have a big name company that just makes their own IP and just does it completely different. But the problem with that is that it's such uncharted territory that nobody wants to take that business risk and invest so much money and time and effort to make a game that nobody wants to play.
Yeah.
That's kind of how like Rift went too, because it like went out to be the WoW killer, and because there hasn't been an MMO since WoW during that time, then they launched it and people liked it for like 2 days, and everyone went back to WoW. And
Well, yeah,
just
that's
died.
the problem is everybody looks at WoW and says, "Look what they've done," and how do we get in on this? Even if it's only for 2 months, even if it's for $40, how do we somehow manage to milk this? So like, let's just do the exact same thing,
Yeah.
which is what
I mean-
all MMOs are right now.
Wait, once we're done talking about this, I have a good topic.
I feel like ESO could have been a really good opportunity for a company to break the mold, but
Yeah,
Oh, that game's trash.
it's
Yeah.
a good world. Because I like Elder Scrolls,
Yeah.
including Skyrim.
Same.
Which I actually saw. I think it was on Facebook or something, but it was a video about someone saying that they're glad that a new Elder Scrolls has not come out yet, because they have said that they are working on 2 big projects before they even release a new Elder Scrolls game.
good.
So it's taking them a long time to come out with a new Elder Scrolls game. So it's most likely going to be a very good game,
Let's hope.
because it took them a while to come out with Oblivion after Morrowind, or Morrowind
Yeah.
after Oblivion. I can't remember which one came first. And then
Morrowind
after
first,
that,
Oblivion
Morrowind first, then
Okay,
Oblivion.
yeah.
And then
and then after Oblivion, then Skyrim. It took a while for them to come out with Skyrim.
Gosh,
Yeah,
it's
but
big.
it's not.
They're
now
not
3.
gonna...
It's almost like double the time now.
Exactly. That
But
means
they're not
it's-
working on it though. They're not working
Yeah.
on it.
They
'cause
could
they've
be.
two- Yeah, they could be.
They said they're not even working on it right now.
I
They're
mean, that
working
was from,
on other
like-
IPs right now.
Yeah, I can't remember where it's from, but I saw the video on Facebook, I think. From
No,
like-
they repeatedly say that they're not working on the
Yeah,
Elder Scrolls
but-
game right now.
I mean, they're saying that they're working on 2 big projects yet that they haven't even released. They haven't even talked about, so.
Yeah. I don't know.
I love Skyrim, so I'm ready for them
Yeah.
to release a new one. So
As do
Yeah.
I.
All right, so I have my topic.
All right, let's hear it.
So, what's your guys' best pickup lines? That's what Ashley asked me to ask you. guys.
Oh, so this isn't your
And their
topic.
favorite puns.
This isn't even your topic,
Nope.
This is
That
Ashley's
and
topic.
but you're taking credit for it as your topic.
that and your guys'
That's right.
favorite pun.
I open up with,
Favorite
"Does this rag
pun.
smell like chloroform?"
That's so bad.
That's terrible.
Works.
If you were a pirate,
For
would
them
you
to,
have your
like,
parrot
throw
on
their
this
drink in
shoulder
your
or
face.
this shoulder?
That's really bad. It's so dumb.
I hate puns. I can't stand puns. I can't stand people who make puns.
I love
thought you were gonna
puns.
make a pun
Puns are
during
great.
that.
Yeah, I thought so too.
No,
was
I
trying to think
legitimately.
of a pun that I could retort with, but Unfortunately, no.
I like puns, but I don't think I have a favorite pun.
I don't think you can have a favorite because they're not like you
Pun-
don't like
Yeah.
store them.
Puns aren't like, and at least in my opinion, they're not like the type of comedy that you're meant to retain. They're the type of comedy that you're supposed to laugh at and then like forget.
It's a type
Yeah,
of
yeah.
comedy that flows and just comes up in the conversation.
But
Yeah.
so I decided to take this opportunity to go like just look up some puns.
Oh God.
White lords are remarkable.
That's a good one.
I'm just gonna leave the podcast right now. Let's get to like a question where we can like include everybody with like that's not video game related. So here's mine. Unless you have more puns that I'm gonna have to hurt you for.
What are you called when you're running in front of a car?
I don't want to know.
Tired. What are you when you're running behind a car? Exhausted.
The tired one doesn't make sense.
Shut up,
Yeah.
Shane, and go home.
So from where this is like a geographical question. One thing that you like most about your current city and where you live, followed up by if you had to pick up and move tomorrow, like you bring all your shit with you. If you had to pick up and move tomorrow, what city, state, country, continent would you move to?
Wherever you live.
Me? Like, is that directed to me?
Gonna just live in Ontario.
Okay.
Um,
Well, I guess we can go like, what do you like most about where you currently live? Like, whether it's like your city or your town or your street or whatever.
Yeah, I was
no
gonna say,
sales tax.
what if we don't live in a city or
Damn, you
or a
don't
town?
have sales tax in
Yeah, we
the
don't.
Arctic
Yeah,
Circle?
I don't think
Alaska
I don't
does
think
not
we
have
sales tax.
sales tax.
There are certain places in Alaska that do.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's just Anchorage and Fairbanks that don't have sales
Okay.
tax.
Sales tax here is like 13%.
Yeah, we got
Ours
big
is
fat zero.
6%.
Oof.
HST fucks me over.
But if I had to pick up a move tomorrow, and where would I go?
Yeah.
Am I able to grab someone along the way?
Yeah.
Okay. Maddie, we're going to Germany.
Nice.
Okay.
Man, I was like, okay, I guess so. Sure.
I say we pick somewhere so we can do actually live podcasts.
Oh,
You're gonna
my
waste your
state
ability to
doesn't
move
have-
on to do a live podcast.
I mean, we choose somewhere that we're all okay with. I mean,
Deutschland.
Well, Connor wants to come here, so
And then my state has no income tax. We have sales tax, just no income tax.
That's pretty good. I like that.
Minnesota doesn't have clothing tax. I know that, and they don't have like tax on like grocery
the
store
hell is
food.
clothing tax?
It's when you buy clothes. It's a sales tax on clothes.
That
Only on clothes?
only on clothes.
And then we
Interesting,
don't
so-
have a tax on like food from like grocery stores.
Wow.
So you have like a selective sales tax.
No, we tax everything here.
Yeah.
You fucking buy something, you're taxed on it.
Well, you guys have free healthcare, and pretty sure.
Yeah, we have a lot more stuff to pay for, so we kind of have to take more.
Yeah.
We have to take more money from people.
I mean,
I don't know where I'd move to.
Socialism, am I right?
so
Let's see,
what do I like about where I live?
Yeah.
I currently like that since I live on my family's century farm, the only bills that my family has is like the houses are paid off and all that shit. So like the only bills we have is like our electricity and internet and stuff like that, which is nice.
That's not bad.
pretty cool.
And then I mean my family's century farm, so we have a lot of history here. And I mean it's kind of nice having like fields, I guess. If I want sweet corn, I can have sweet corn. I don't know. I live in the middle of nowhere. It's hard to like choose like something I like about it. And then if I could pick to move anywhere,
Yeah.
in the States, I would probably choose
Anywhere.
Yeah, hold on, I'm getting to it. I'd probably choose like Austin or something, somewhere with like Google Fiber. And then out of the States, either Germany or Italy, or Toronto if we're all moving there to do the podcast.
Maddie, what about you?
I don't really like anything about that road.
You're like Connor. Connor doesn't have an opinion on anything.
I like the sunsets we get.
There you go.
That's-
There's one
true.
thing you
They're
like.
really nice.
I would probably move to Croatia if I could.
Croatia.
Go back, or go see the family.
I mean, that's close enough to Germany.
Yeah, it's like a 2-3 hour flight, so it's not bad.
Let's see for me. It's nice being centralized. Like it's 45 minutes to the largest city, and then like if I wanted to go to the States, it's like an hour drive to the border to like Buffalo. If I want to go to like Detroit or something, it's like a
And get
4-hour
shot.
drive. Well, yeah, I'm not gonna go to like the bad parts. I just go to the part that's that. As long as I can see the river, then I'm not gonna get shot. That's the whole idea. But yeah, so it's like really close to everything. Like really close to like one of Canada's biggest airports. And so it's like I can fly anywhere that I want to, if I had the money to. And then if I had to move somewhere, probably like a Scandinavian country because they have their shit figured out. Like politically and
Alright.
like everything else. It's like standards of living is like also they have free post-secondary education over there, which is really nice.
That's
Shaman.
pretty. Not on this planet.
Move to Mars. You'd be the first person to actually go live with Elon Musk.
You know, like
Respect.
like
Bye.
on that topic, the idea of living there early is cool, but I would not want to.
Fuck no.
No, I totally agree. Like being like one of the like
That's
10
like-
people on Mars would be like, this is the worst thing
Like
ever.
once they get like infrastructure built up in like a large enough bubble to where you can't like walk around it in a circle in like 5 minutes, it would be fun. Like once it's like a city the size of like Toronto or something like that in a massive bubble that you like don't literally know everyone, it would be cool. But like until then, being there like one of the first people would be boring as hell. Like
Yeah.
This what I related to is it's like imagine being one of the first people to ever own an iPhone, and it's like, yeah, cool, an iPhone, but it sucked ass. It was terrible. Like the first iPhone was atrocious.
Yeah.
And it's like imagine being those people and then just wait until like the iPhone like 4 comes out and look how much better the 4 is from the original. It's like just wait. Just don't waste your time. Don't like risk your death. Like
I mean,
just don't.
I mean, it's like being the first like some of the first or settlers over here from Europe, like
Except on Mars there's no one to kill.
that we know of.
No.
Don't know that yet.
Also, we don't know if
feel
we
like-
can kill them.
Tin Hat.
Okay.
I don't understand the point of the colonization of Mars because it's not really gonna do anything to solve what we have going on right here.
Chayman, what was something that you like about Alaska?
Can I
Nothing
avoid this
because it
question?
sucks.
No,
Yeah,
you cannot.
because it sucks. The only
Uh,
good thing is the no sales tax.
There's gotta be something that you like about it.
See, like if you're a different like, for me, if I lived there, I love mountains, so I would go to the mountains. But obviously, Chayman,
Just go to Washington. We have mountains.
I know a lot of places do, but I mean, like we're
Yeah.
You climb it once and yeah, that's it.
yeah, but like I don't like just like the climbing of it, like
Just look
like,
at it, though.
seeing them and like going to it just to like take pictures and shit. I just love mountains. I don't know.
Mm,
I don't have mountains where I live. It's flat as fuck. So like,
I have nothing. I don't like
Okay,
it. up
your
here.
brother's
like, I
there.
don't like it. Yeah, my family's here.
there you
There
go.
you go. That's one thing. So now, if you had to move,
If I
but
had
what
to
if he doesn't
move-
like the family?
Yeah, I hate my family. Screw you. Now, if I had to move, I would probably move to like, if I could move, I'd move to like Austin.
Allie, what were you? So we both said Austin or,
Yeah.
Allie, what were you saying? Yes times yes though. Allie said some.
Yeah, I
Potato
saw
but
that.
07.
Or like Northern California. I'd move there too.
until the earthquakes come and you all drown.
Allie said IDK.
Okay.
Move to the west.
True, because Washington's over here. So
Yeah.
So I thought of something when you're talking of puns. they're so hard to explain to kleptomaniacs. They always take things literally.
Oh my.
So I've only been to Colorado airports, so
Never been to Colorado.
even though I think
Colorado
that's where
seems
my
nice.
wedding might
Colorado's great.
I just want a place that's warm and not like stupid cold.
be. So not.
There's a lot of places that you can go that are like that.
So not
Yeah.
Toronto.
Doesn't Austin get super fucking hot though?
Yeah, I'd rather be hot than cold.
Like, it,
I don't want to be cold.
if you're wanting somewhere like the place where the Go-Karts guy Noah, where he lives, he lives in Waco. Sorry if you didn't want me to say that.
Wow, just outing his location.
His address is.
But Waco's a pretty large area. I think you'll be fine. And it's really nice. It's like doesn't get. I mean, it gets hot, but I'm like not too hot. And like we were there. I was there over Christmas, and it was like 40 degrees. So like, it was nice.
I think he meant the goat guy.
To go
You said
yeah.
You said Gogurt.
Whatever. It was the accent.
The accents.
Sure. Yeah,
Sure.
we'll go with that.
So, that was a nice reprieve from video games, Tyler.
Sure.
Yeah.
But damn that sunset though.
My topic off of that was, since you brought up space and Mars, was to like space exploration. Is it worth it?
Yes.
Like not okay. Let me rephrase my question. Not like just exploring it in general, but like attempting to put humans on a different planet for them to live.
You're talking about space colonization.
Yes.
So, at least
There's like multi parts to that question, but
yeah, because
Yeah.
like at least there's like a couple different types of space exploration. There's space exploration to colonize, and then space exploration to like exploit stuff in space. And
No.
solely talking about
What?
like colonization.
Exploration would be exploring space. We're talking about colonization.
yeah, or his original question was just, is space exploration worth it? He didn't bring up the colonizing originally, so like
Yeah,
Well,
but like
I mean,
specifically in terms of like.
both of your examples were not exploration. One was exploitation, and one was
in order to
colonization.
exploit the things in space, you need to explore and find them, though.
Oh, sure, yeah. But
So,
those
like-
come after. Those are different.
Yeah,
things.
yeah, but like the reason to explore, that's what I was saying. Like the reason to
Sure.
explore is so you can
So
find
do
things
you
and
think-
use
If
do
them.
you
the reason, there'd be a third option if those are your reasons. If you're talking about reasons, the third one would just be to have the knowledge of what's out there.
Yeah, I mean, we already
Do you
kind of
think
know
we
what's
should
out
put?
there.
Do you think we should put humans on Mars to live? Yes or no? And why?
I think yes, because eventually, well, we'll have to have. It won't be like a thing that we can just like instantly do. It'll take time, and eventually,
obviously.
Earth is gonna become overpopulated, and we'll have to go somewhere else, just
It
for
already
population
kind of
control.
is.
It is. I mean.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not. It's just like the way that people are like condensing. Not necessarily like, because the Earth is like fucking Canada. We're second largest country in the world, but shit, nobody lives in northern Canada. You could fit so many people
Yeah.
up there.
Same with like
But it's just like-
Montana
it's just like the area-
or something like
The
that.
areas that they're condensing in, like India and things like that, China.
Yeah.
The warmer places.
Or not
Yeah.
even,
Well,
because like
it's not even the warmer places.
parts
It's just
of-
the places that
parts of
people have the
China
most
get
sex.
cold as fuck.
See, I personally don't think we should be doing it, but that's just me.
I
Why not?
think
Because it's going to follow the same path that, I don't know if any of you guys have seen Elysium, but it's going to follow that same idea. It's going to be way expensive. You're going to have the wealthy white people. All of them are going to go up to Mars and live. Mars is about a third the size of Earth, so you're not going to be able to bring near as many people as you want to, assuming you can even use all of the surface area that's up there. You're going to have a massive problem with poverty back on Earth because all the wealthy white people are going to be gone, so you're going to have no economy.
I'd just say wealthy people in general. I don't think it would be a race.
There's so many like
All the
other
Chinese.
problems that we have to face. Who's to say that we don't replicate exactly what we did on Earth on Mars? I think it's worth it to like do the exploration as a like in terms of like going into space and seeing what's out there. But I don't think it's worth it to put people up there, at least in terms of moving our race to preserve it, because that we just have so many problems that need to be solved. It's like you're just running from the situation, not fixing it.
I think once we become like one, like country, for lack of better words, is when that'll happen.
That's never gonna happen.
It can't
Not
happen.
because humans are fucking dumb.
Yeah,
I don't think
we're stupid as shit.
This is a completely different topic, but I don't think one world government would be a good thing. But
But no, we just have
Yeah,
we have way too many problems that would not be solved by moving to a different planet.
There's too many cultures in the world to put it all under one government.
Yep.
I'm trying to keep this about space. You're just trying to switch us to government. Fuck off.
But
Says the guy who was like, the white people are gonna own space.
Well, it's true.
there's what about the rich people that aren't white? Are they not going to go to space? Yes, they are.
Well, yeah, they will, but there's gonna be like 4 of them.
Oh, okay.
Oh my
I think those
How
numbers.
about all of the Chinese wealthy people?
Yeah, I think those numbers are a little bit off.
Okay, let's look at who is. If we take it what we know it right now is that the Americans are the only ones that are trying to put people on Mars to live. That's
Yeah,
what
but
I'm.
the other one's stupid enough to try it.
I mean,
It's also true.
and like Americans, as in like, there's like the biggest ones pushing for right now is honestly SpaceX, Elon Musk's private company, and anyone can go through Elon. Like a Chinese businessman could pay $200,000 because
Also,
that's what he's aiming for a one-way ticket to Mars. He could pay
also
for it and
that's
go.
he's intelligent enough to know that like wealthy people aren't the people you want to send to space.
Yeah.
The people you want to send to space are people who are going to have something to do when they get there. Like otherwise,
Yeah.
So you're more likely to have working class people or very skilled people who are going to go to space.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know what working class person can afford a ticket to Mars.
I don't think it.
well-
I think it'll be sponsored. I don't think it'll be.
and a lot of it, like, because Elon Musk has personally said that a
'Cause they'll
one-way
need it.
ticket to Mars is going to be like $200,000, which sounds like a lot of money, but like if in the scope
That's
of
nothing.
things, in
That's
the
really not that
in the
much.
scope of things, like if you're a single working man, you could like sell shit and like get like there and maybe get like sponsors. Like I'm gonna go to Mars to provide this service, sponsor me,
And
like
probably die.
for a greater cause. But
Challenger V2.
so my opinion on this is, Earth is going to inevitably someday fail. It is going to. It's not gonna.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying it's gonna be soon. I'm not gonna say it's a long
Almost
time.
failing now.
But like something's gonna happen
I
that
thought
like
I was a
some
pessimist.
some cataclysmic event is gonna happen that kills off the human race someday. Anything.
I mean, the doomsday clock went up 3 minutes like 2 days
Yeah,
ago.
not
it went
30 seconds, not 3 minutes.
That went up
There
3
isn't
minutes.
3 minutes to go up actually because we're like 2.5 minutes now from midnight. So if it went up 3
Doomsday.
minutes, it would be doomsday.
We would supposedly end.
But yeah, it's that doomsday clock is also a completely different topic almost, but because it's like a bunch of people just like saying in their opinions, in my opinion. But so like even Stephen Hawking, who is generally considered like one of the greatest minds of our time, right? He says that if we don't get off Earth by 2100, the human race will be gone. Which I mean, obviously that's like just his predictions and stuff like that. So,
and yeah.
but so like, and it's not completely based off of something we do. Like, there's just a bunch of lists of things that are like overdue, like a category 5 volcano or whatever. I don't know what the categories for volcano is like overdue going
A
off.
super volcano.
Yeah,
basically.
super volcano is like overdue to have gone off. That could like wipe out the human race. An asteroid, we're overdue for an asteroid hitting us. We're like overdue for all of these things. It's just like with the probabilities that the human race will be gone by 2100. So I think we should try to at least settle somewhere else, if anything, just to save the human race.
No, I think that this is just the circle of what happens. You're gonna have a race that develops on a planet, and then it's gonna die, and it's just gonna cycle over and over again.
The Reapers are gonna come.
I mean, that's like part of it though. Like if we're advanced enough to settle somewhere, that's part of the cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who's
wait.
to say that? Who's to say that hasn't been other human like races that have done the same thing? I just think that you have to look at the problems that we've caused, and I'm not arguing that like something isn't going to happen. I'm just saying that the problems that we have don't get solved by moving to another planet.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that
Those-
it does, but like some problems we can't solve, like those super volcanoes. So like some things we just do have to move away from.
Also, just because we're a flawed species doesn't mean that we all have to die. The species itself has to die.
I mean, the dinosaurs had short arms and they were flawed, so they had to die.
I think it's like
I don't think that's
Survival-
a scientific reasoning for dinosaurs dying.
that's why the asteroid
So-
hit. They're like fucking short arm idiots,
Goddamn
Not
lizard brain.
not
idiots.
evolving to get
So
longer
those
arms to have to hit you with an asteroid.
Transformers that killed all the
True.
dinosaurs.
Yeah.
This kind of makes me, Shaman, did you read my message in the group chat when I said I'd look up the YouTube channel? Shout out to this guy. That's Tierzoo, or Zoo.
Nope. I saw it, but I didn't.
He
didn't do
he
anything
like
about it.
classifies all like the first video that I saw of his was like him classifying like the cats, and he talks about it like almost like a video game. Like he talks about like different types of species of cats as builds and like different things as like meta. So like he was talking about how back in the Jurassic time the dinosaur build dominated the meta, like and like
Oh, yeah.
it just instantly makes me like think of you when he talks like that type of stuff comes up because of D&D, and like
Yeah.
it's pretty great. He categorizes like all of it in like different tiers of like the cats, like lion and tiger were like A, and then the only S tier cat was like the leopard, and like he just goes down like the list, and it made me think of you because it made me think
That's-
like you'd probably like that channel.
That's pretty funny.
But and then he talked about the Jurassic meta or the dinosaur meta getting nerfed by the asteroid. That was like the patch that nerfed it.
So that's like there's a whole subreddit for that, which is called R Outside, and it's all about like the outside as if outside is a video game, and so it's just like IRL patches and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's
So,
really
like,
funny.
So like someday we're gonna have a patch that nerfs the human race.
Yeah,
But if we
unless we're so strong that
unless we are so game breaking that we can get outside of the gameplay arena where the patch doesn't affect us.
yeah, the patch only affects the human
The base-
population on Earth.
The base game.
So
Yeah.
we're probably gonna end up nerfing ourselves. So
That's true.
It's also true.
So, I have a kind of a interesting topic, which is also from Ask Reddit. It's make a show called White Mirror, and if it had episodes that instead of highlighting like negative effects on society that technology does, it highlights the positive effects of technology on society. What would some of the plots of the episodes be? Because for those
First off,
hold on, because for those of you that don't know, Black Mirror is a show on Netflix that kind of like takes the negative effects of technology on society and like highlights it and like really exaggerates it, I'd say.
I thought that show was about black people.
What is up with you
No,
and race
that's,
today? It's
I
got-
thought
you-
it was like a show about like black people being like oppressed.
in mirrors.
Well, it was like a look in the mirror like
No,
thing that I was
Tyler.
thinking of. Okay.
White people are not the only ones that can go to space, and Black Mirror is not about oppressed black people. Okay, you insensitive fuck. So, getting back to this, what would some of the plots be?
Involving technology in a positive sense.
Yeah,
well,
in the
first
show
off,
White
it's
Mirror.
not called Black Mirror because it's bad. It's not negative. That's not why it's called Black Mirror. But whatever.
But that's what the show's about. It's not why it's called Black Mirror, but like that's
Yeah.
what the show's
They could
about.
probably spend a lot of time looking at the medicine field alone.
Yeah. Well, they do that in Black Mirror already. There are a few medicine episodes which are like the problems with medicine. But I feel like if you did like a reverse, like a positive Black Mirror,
Called White Mirror.
sure, why not?
So you're saying only white people can be positive?
Yeah.
So that's to be white?
It's just the opposite of black. You're
Whoa.
racist.
Whoa. So I think this is taking a turn.
I don't know. I feel like there's a like I don't know. Medicine probably my one thing that they could look at. I mean, there's not really like positive things that have come from technology. It's more of just a convenience.
There's not
Yeah.
not positive things that come from technology.
No, it's just
So
more of a
we've all met
convenience
each other
thing.
through technology.
So
Yeah, that was
back
what I
in the
was gonna
day
say.
when the printing press
Would you call that a positive thing though?
what do you say?
We all met each other. I don't know if you call that positive.
So back in the day when the printing press was created and like 80% more people learned how to read, that wasn't a positive thing. It was just a convenience thing.
Well, that are you talking about technology within the last 50 years, or are you talking technology about through the entire history of the world? Because if you want to talk about history of the technology and the entire history of the world, just have your entire show based on the Industrial Revolution. How about that?
But I'm
Yeah.
like I'm just using that as an example. Like there's definitely positives to the most like recent
We
technology.
could probably
too.
have an episode about when Canada built the railway and killed all those people. That was technology that had a positive impact, because without it, we wouldn't be a country.
Say no love for the Irish.
I know, but like there's like you like if you like was I haven't seen the show, but does the show focus on historical technology or technology as of recent?
No,
It's
it's where
recent.
technology is going.
But it like I'm just using that as like an example. So you saying that technology has and can and does give positive things and not just convenience.
Black Mirror is a show about looking at where technology can go and the it's not necessarily just the technology, but it's also the social implications of the technology in the future, of where there are now and like where they could go.
The Kristen Stewart one.
Nobody will have
Not
jobs.
Kristen Stewart, the Kristen Bell. Does a good job about that one.
I mean, they're all pretty good.
We're gonna have to find ways to make money because they're just gonna replace us with robots.
Why would we need money at that point?
How are we gonna live?
The robots are
Uh,
gonna take over, so we're not
If
gonna live.
robots do everything for us, there's no need for
Like that
We
Amazon
we still
new
need to buy
cashless
goods and
store.
stuff like that though.
Yeah.
But why?
Because
How would you live?
companies won't be able to pay for the robots that they are building.
But why not? They won't need money. You
Because
won't need money.
capitalism. That's the only answer is capitalism.
Just
Yeah, I
'cause-
mean,
I
like-
mean, just because you don't need it doesn't mean it won't still be around.
Oh yeah,
They-
for sure. But
I mean, like, you need food.
Bottle
How you gonna get
caps.
food?
Like,
Buy food.
well, if it's done by robots, it's like dirt cheap to make food.
Well, it's dirt cheap to make food now,
yeah.
and look where it is.
Well, you'll get to a
almost
point
done.
where
It's almost done
either
by
everyone
robots.
will be dead, and there'll only
I
be
hope
like
for that.
and it'll only
What
be
the
the people
fuck?
who like own all the robots are the only ones alive and control the robots are alive, or we have to completely restructure society. Like that's it.
I just want society to like go back to our primitive nature, where we
I
like
think
have
Tyler
spears.
needs a hug today.
Spear and,
I'm
like,
just full
kill
of
everyone.
depression. No, I told
Did
this
you
to
lose
my
your
mom. I
hockey
said,
game?
"Oh, I did. I lost badly."
Yeah, that's why.
No, I tell this.
That's why
tell
like
this-
Tyler's like, I just want to be dead, okay?
That's why I told this to my mom. I said my life plan is to make it to 50, and then I'll reevaluate my life. And if I don't like it, I'll just off myself.
What did your mom think about that?
She laughed. She thinks okay. I mean, she'll be dead, so she won't know.
yeah.
Gosh.
She's like, I'll
Like,
already
if
be dead. And we're like,
if I like where Earth is when I'm 50, then I'll stick around. But if I don't, then it's like, what am I missing out on?
hoverboard.
Also, I just don't want to become old because I don't want to become a massive like problem to other people.
What if by that time you can have like robotic arms and everything?
Maybe, but my brain would still be old. They couldn't stop my brain from aging.
Yeah, but the
Is it
brain
an
necessarily
older
doesn't
brain or
decay.
a better brain?
Yeah, but my
Brains
mental
don't
state,
decay
my
like
mental state
bodies.
would go way down. I mean, look where it is now. Imagine what I'll be like when I'm 50, when I have like responsibilities and like maybe kids.
Sure.
That's even more reason to live. Is because of your kids.
I'll be when I'm 50, they'll be like 25, so
Yeah, that'll be fine.
they won't even. They'll be like, dad's gone, whatever. Move on.
I just want them to cut my brain out and put me in a robot body.
Because like I don't think I want to see like a world where it's like 2065. It's like nope.
Well, that's
If
another
the
thing we
world
can
makes
talk
it.
about is if you have an option of immortality, would you take it?
No,
Yes.
no.
Instantly, yes. I want to see
Wait,
it
Wait,
all.
does immortality mean that you live through the inevitable death of all humans, like, or the catastrophic event that hits the Earth, or is that like your insta kill, like you can't live through that? Like,
Well, I'll just
say you
say
have
that you
immortality,
can.
and then it's like 2200, and like a massive rock hits the Earth. Do you live through that?
I'll just say you have the option to turn off your immortality. Just for the sake of that.
I was gonna say you can't die of like old age.
So
like-
it just stops aging,
Yeah, basically.
but you can die from everything else. So you could like be hit by a car and you'd still die.
So Tyler,
Yeah.
you could still reevaluate your life and just off yourself.
Yeah.
I could just
So you
not.
can
So I
watch
just wouldn't age.
Yeah.
Would I stay
all your
this
friends
current
and
age?
family die.
Yeah. Or like the age that you hate getting.
Is it both physical and mental state that freezes?
I mean, your mental state really depends on your experiences through life. So the more you experience, the older your mental state gets.
Yeah, but does like the physical aspect of my brain, like, does it break down or
No,
no?
Oh,
Your brain
I
would
mean,
integrate.
yeah,
Okay.
your brain would degrade.
Could you get?
So I would just stay like this forever,
Yeah.
despite
Yes.
how old I am. I could be like 62 and I still look like this.
Yep.
That's rough.
I know, right? That's why I'm thinking, like, do I actually want that? Because I don't know what I could become.
I mean, like if you work out, you could, or if
I could like get myself into like peak condition and then hit the button. So I just like stay
Yeah,
like that
yeah.
forever.
yeah.
Maybe.
This is me now. Or wait, could you like increase? Because if you go that like you can learn new things, that means your brain is getting better. That means
Yeah.
your body would also have to be able to get better. You just can't degrade.
yeah.
You can get better. You can just never go back.
Maybe you can't learn new things. It's like you're freezing yourself in time.
No, if I can't learn new things, I don't want to be
Yeah, I was like,
immortal.
that's pointless. And you just have like constant permanent amnesia of everything that ever happens.
Gosh, that's
So you have short-term memory loss. You remember the long-term
tense-
stuff,
you're-
but
it's 10
So
No,
seconds.
you wouldn't.
essentially, we just
Like,
live like
you
an
would-
old.
you remember everything
wouldn't
that
know
happened to you
anything
in that.
past that day.
Yeah, you remember everything that happened to you before that, but
That's not even short term. That's not just short term memory loss though. That's short term and like sort of long term memory loss.
no, because
Like,
like
'cause you,
You have instant dementia.
it'd be like the girl from 50 First Dates.
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
except for
10
that's like
That's a movie.
Yeah, but that's what I'm.
Well, it's like 10.
But
I was saying, like 10 seconds.
hypothetical.
yeah. Well, I'm saying that's not how actual real life works.
Neither is
Adam
this.
Sandler. Is Adam Sandler in that movie?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I haven't seen it.
It's
that. But
such
like,
a great movie.
but like,
That's a good
It's a good
movie.
yeah, like that was back when Adam Sandler's career was actually kind of okay. Like 50
That's one of his last good movies.
like 50 First Dates and like Mr. Deeds and like
Mm. Yep.
what is the one where he raises the kid? Big Daddy.
Big Daddy.
Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
Daddy. Those
Now he makes
Happy
Netflix
Gilmore. Those are like all in
Happy
Adam
Gilmore was a good one.
Adam Sandler's like good movies, and then like
What about
his new
Grown
ones are no. I mean it's
Uh,
funny, but no.
Nah.
Now he makes Netflix movies because nobody wants to see him in the theater.
True.
Hey, I like Netflix shows.
Netflix shows
specifically.
are good.
Yeah,
So
Not
we're
so much
already
their
coming
movies.
up on 2 hours.
we are. Yeah.
Good.
Someone's done.
Thank you,
Good next
Tyler.
time,
Yeah,
where
we're-
Tyler had
I mean
never
our other
appeared.
ones have been 2 hours and 15 and 2 hours and 20 minutes, so it's not like we have to stop it like right at 2
No,
hours.
I'm just saying, like, I would just realize it. It's been
Yeah,
almost
yeah.
2 hours.
It's true.
So, talking about all this like space stuff made me think about how we could throw a party in space, but then I realized you just plan it.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I was like, where's this going?
I was like, yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I'm like, what? What do you mean? You just plan every party? I don't understand. What's so funny? I'm like, well, wait, because he's trying to be funny.
Moving on.
Good try. Yes, please get out away from that. Kill me. All right. Come on, Jordan. Do you have any more topics or no?
I mean, I have the Shadow Colossus remake written down just as like an ambiguous topic because it looks really good.
that you're the bad guy because you kill peaceful giants.
That's fine. It's a fun as fuck game.
Yep.
Giants just
How
mind their
about-
own business, and some punk ass kids like, I'm gonna kill you.
Listen, you gotta go save your lady. She dead and stuff.
Yeah, Connor, if Ashleigh was like that, would you not go kill giants to save her? And
Giants that are just
The-
mind their own business.
so you're saying you're not gonna go kill these giants to save Ashleigh? I just want this for the record.
Well, some of those giants aren't doing anything, but
No, this is a yes or no question, Connor. Would you or would you not go kill those giants to save Ashleigh?
if they're mean, yeah.
No. So you're not gonna kill all the giants you need to save Ashleigh. That's what you're saying.
Why would they have to kill the nice ones? They can help me kill the mean ones.
They don't
That's-
care about helping you save her,
They can be my
but they're not going
my
to.
enemy.
Okay,
You don't
Connor.
know that? I have persuasion of like 20.
So
This isn't
I'll just throw a dice at them.
So what we have is that Connor will not kill these giants to save Ashleigh.
No,
No, I will.
Ashley's staying dead.
If they have to get rid of them, I will.
So now you're the
But
mean guy
what if
that.
they're really nice?
Well,
Yeah.
no, he's saying
Well,
that
if
he's
they're
gonna
really
attempt-
nice, you won't have to get rid of them. Because they wouldn't take Ashley if they're really nice.
But the ones in the game
True.
did.
Those weren't the really nice giants.
But you just said that he had to go kill these giants that were nice, minding their own business.
I'm
Yeah,
confused
there's
by your
like two
logic.
of them are like the mean ones.
But you
I have no idea what this is about, so
Yeah, I've never played
Ah,
the game, so
Shadow of Colossus.
I played it when I was like really young, and they were remaking it, and it looks like they're remastering it to where the graphics are like nowadays, and the gameplay is like the game is the same, so it looks just phenomenal. But
Yeah, it's just
I mean,
it's confusing.
we touched on that already because I had like most, along with favorite game trilogy / friends, I had most disappointing, which I already touched on a little bit. So I don't really have anything else. Does anyone else have?
does our guest have a question?
Yeah,
that
do you have
would like?
do you have any questions for us?
Or a
Like
topic.
Not really.
like like anything.
I'm a very boring person.
wow, Connor
I think we
V2.
all are.
Connor and Ashleigh V2.
Yeah.
So I still think Ashley's really upset that she's not here because she really wanted to meet you.
Mm-hmm.
We can.
Yeah, she was going off in our group chat like, what? What do you mean? The one I'm not here for is the one that she shows up on. Maybe you shouldn't have been sick, Ashley.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe you should have toughed it out, Ashley.
I mean, Maddie can come back at some point if she wants to. She'll probably just be like, "Nah, I hate those guys. We didn't talk about anything I have input on."
I mean, I wouldn't blame her.
If Ashley was here, that all her questions would be directed to Maddie. So
Yeah, that's what kind of sucks because I figured Ashley would be pretty good at asking questions. for
We
that.
can do another podcast without Jordan.
Without Jordan.
Yes.
Why without me?
Because you just
Because
dominate
Ashley
all
would
the
be the host.
questions. Yeah, Ashley would be the host.
I'm fine with other people asking questions. It's just other people don't want to.
want you to shut up.
Okay.
I just gotta fuck with it.
Yeah, I know. But Shane, what's our next topic?
Goodbye.
Yeah.
No,
so
I have a bunch, but all of my stuff is not with me.
good
next
job at
one, Mark
preparing.
Sharpay, so
I
cute.
did the homework, but my dog ate it.
Yeah.
No, I just like decided to sleep right before the podcast.
Where's your stuff?
It's actually like right over there. I don't wanna move. I really just don't want to move right now.
You sound like me
Yeah.
not wanting to grab my laptop for last episode.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Like it's literally like 10 feet away from me.
Y'all a bunch of
I
lazy
could go
fucks.
grab it.
Yeah, I did it now, didn't I?
No,
I'm
also
opposed.
I know all of the stuff I have in there is pretty
Does-
long.
Anybody have anything that can send us off as one final topic?
I do. 1 second.
Okay, go.
No, I need it's a picture related to it.
Okay.
This is the most interesting part of the podcast,
Desktop.
where we all wait for Connor
There's a
to
picture.
grab a picture.
Put it in Hangouts,
Suspense.
please. 'Cause-
Suspense.
Or actually, put it in Discord chat, and then I can show it on this
Yeah, let's
podcast, I
do it.
guess. You did, or you're doing it?
I'm trying.
Is it an okay thing to show on YouTube, Connor?
Yeah.
No, it's a massive wiener.
Oh, Shaman
Good
froze.
Wait, where the
I
hell?
did. I
Oh,
did freeze for
now
a
he's
second.
back.
Okay. Why are they so cute?
Oh, this isn't a
Okay.
topic.
This
Yeah,
is
this is definitely a topic.
That's not
So
a topic.
dogs.
No.
Look at them. They are so cute.
because they're
just
dogs and they're doing dog things. There you go.
I don't find
There's
that
not
cute.
much more to that.
Some parts of me wishes Connor was sick and Ashley was here instead.
Oh,
Sorry that I
Some parts.
I
You mean
love
like
cute
the whole
dogs.
part?
So I guess
Hey Connor, what's a good send-off thing?
That's okay. I'll show you a picture of a puppy.
I mean, gotta show them cuteness.
I guess I can tell you guys about what I was going to do that activity and see if what you guys' thoughts on it are. So in communications, we did an activity that the teacher gave us or the instructor gave us 5 words. It was like doctor, lawyer. Chaman, you look so interested. It was doctor, lawyer, teacher, prostitute, and addict. And then we had to
All those things are
alright.
not like the other.
we had to put descriptive words with it that we that instantly came to our mind. So like for example, for like doctor, you could put like hardworking or like workaholic and stuff like that. So you had I attached like 3 to each, and then the teacher split us into groups, and then she handed out pictures to everyone of like people, and we had to go through these pictures and decide who we think was the most likely to be like.
what were the pictures?
Of people.
What kinds of people?
People.
That's such a weird.
That's
Well, no, because it's like I just didn't know like how like I guess how diverse I guess the pictures were, because it would have been interesting to see how like if your class was like stereotypical and put like
That's what
certain
this
people
like
in certain-
exercise
yeah.
is for. Like
Yeah.
it was just like a wide array of people. It was all shapes and all sizes, all shades of blue.
What did you put as the doctor?
It was a group thing, so my group decided on this like older guy.
Was he the addict?
Another group decided the same guy was the addict, yeah. And then another group decided like this. It was just interesting. Okay, so, and then you just went through the pictures and decided like the groups decided like what this person like that makes them think of, and then at the end, we kind of like the instructor wrote everything on the board like what because there was like numbers attached to the pictures, like what number each group thought was like this person's the doctor and put the number, and then at the end she went through and said what these people like actually are. So it was just interesting to like see like what people think of immediately when they think of like doctor and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool stuff. I like that kind of thing.
So if I get enough like people that you guys don't know, because like if you know
It's
who
e-
they are, your
It's
brain's
easy
gonna
to
kind of
like, yeah.
like fill in the gaps. So we need like pictures of people you guys don't know. I thought that would be kind of fun to do.
See, if we do it with Tyler though, he's just gonna be like,
See,
racist.
well, see, I go to a liberal arts school, so I've just accepted that that everything I say and do is just misogynistic or it's racist.
You're
'Cause
one
I'm a
of those people.
I'm a white male, so everything I do is just wrong,
Yeah,
Alright.
apparently.
just by default. No, you spend enough time in sociology classes and you start to realize how terrible it is to be a white person.
I mean, how everyone else projects things onto you as if
Yeah.
you're a racist thing. Oh wow.
Racist, misogynist.
Regardless of
Dude,
like
you
how
think-
you actually are.
Yeah, exactly.
I recommend like if you haven't taken a sociology and/or psych class that you need to,
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
I've taken
really
because it
psych
opens up your eyes like a lot.
yeah.
It's crazy.
Really? Because it seems to do the opposite for most people. Once
Yeah.
you take, especially sociology, you take that and you're like, I know all the things about society. And then you're like,
Because like
You
depending
just
on
say
the
that
type of
one
psych
psych.
class, you start to understand why certain people do things, and I don't know. I like it.
Yeah, unless it like confirms your world bias, and then you're just like, well, this is exactly what I'm never gonna think outside the box ever again. Because look, it confirmed everything that I thought.
Everything I already know is just reinforced.
But that depends on your professor. So
Yeah, it really depends. Like my professor is pretty terrible, so.
So in closing, what we learned from this podcast is that Tyler is just a depressed fuck that's racist and only thinks white people can go to space,
Yep.
yeah.
and that Black Mirror was about the oppression of black
Oppressing
people.
black
It's funny
people.
because he's supposed to be the nicest one here because he's Canadian.
Stereotype.
you're the racist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty. We've all met a mean Canadian.
Yeah. The weirdest person we know, you mean?
Fabulizer.
He's French Canadian. That's not real Canadian.
Doesn't really count.
You know he's gonna like spam in our Discord now a bunch of like Ugandan Knuckles memes now, just because we mentioned him.
That's even if he watches.
I can't wait for him to guest on this, just so I can just tell him how much of it
Oh
not
my
a
God.
comedian he is.
He keeps asking about when he's going to be in the podcast. He's technically was just in the podcast because we mentioned him. So Done.
Well, there you go.
That's his
There's your guest star.
appearance.
Yeah.
all right.
Just have
So
him answer. He can be our translator. You can just
Shaman,
For what?
Shaman, you don't have any like 10-minute topic?
No, all of mine are pretty long. Possibly pretty long.
Yeah. So we mentioned Shadow of the Colossus. The only other thing I have on here is that creep fuck Larry Nassar and how he got what he deserved. But
What?
You said a bunch of words that don't mean anything together.
I heard creep fuck.
I said
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I said that creep fuck Larry
Olympic.
Nassar, the Olympic doctor that got
Oh, from Michigan, yeah.
40 to 175 years in prison.
Yo, I loved how savage that judge was.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
She's my favorite person.
She just went super hard on him, and it was great to
Which is
watch.
good.
It's like I'm signing your death warrant
yeah,
or
she
whatever.
said like when she signed the thing to put him in jail for 40 to 175 years, I'm signing your death warrant. And I mean, if he goes to a normal, because he's going for 40 years and then another 40 to 175 years, and he's like 60 or something like that currently. So there's
He'll die in prison.
and
Oh, yeah.
if he goes to a normal federal prison, he's not even going to make it 40 years.
He'll get the shit kicked out of him.
So
There's
Well,
a
that
whole bunch of people are stepping down from Michigan State though.
and that was more of a topic if Ashleigh was here too, because I'm sure she would have had an opinion on that.
Yeah. We still talk about it next week.
Wait, we could.
So it'll still be
Connor muted himself.
relative.
Done
I
with our
didn't mean
stuff.
to. I actually
Um,
hit my mute button.
Yeah, this is the fun
I
part of
posted
the
cute pictures of kitties.
the
to
pod.
send
I
us
can
out.
see.
this is the fun part of the podcast. We're winding down.
Look at
Closing
the
remarks.
two
Everyone's like,
roaming
oh,
kitties.
cool. Now that we're
Because
Si-
we don't want to get an in-depth topic like Shaman stuff, but we don't want to just
I
I
think
guess
this is just becoming awkward.
We're at 210 now, so you
yeah,
probably end it
we're
now.
at 210. All right, so thanks for coming out, guys, to Idle Click Podcast Episode 3. This will be on YouTube as well if you're wanting to watch through the entire thing, because I know a lot of people probably didn't stick around for the entire thing, which I don't blame you.
Now with more webcams.
Now with more
Yay.
webcams. And if Ashleigh would have been here, we would have had another webcam. And then Connor needs to stop being a reclusive fuck.
So, I had my
Connor, if I
pictures.
do it, then anybody can do it. Let's
Yeah,
be real
Yeah,
here.
have you seen Tyler?
we
Fucking
have
lazy.
now.
Lazy racist asshole over here.
Oh,
Who doesn't want to colonize space because the humanity is evil and just wants them to fucking end?
Yep.
Hooray!
Yay! And
Roast me out with the sun.
That's a good end there.
I should
so
I
I'm
should have
saving you
literally
guys'
cut.
as,
I should have
eyes
cut
from
the
that.
stream off right after I said that. Who's a?
Yeah.
Why didn't you?
Because he sucks at ending. I don't know.
Because I mean, that's in hindsight. I can't I'm
He
not-
can never finish properly. That's why.
Ooh.
Would your mom tell you that?
Innuendos. Oh.
what?
I almost said something really fucked up, so we'll move on.
right, sign us off.
All right. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks, Maddie, for guesting on this, even though we didn't really talk about a lot of things that interest you, but it was
That's alright.
your presence was a present to us. Yeah.
The present.
Bye.